Very good evening to you all at home. This is the hour of inspiration. Maybe I will be wherever you are. Get your popcorn, get your technologies, whatever it is that you use, ready, and sit by it, and then listen to us because it's going to be another exciting edition. I've got these beautiful young people here. Someone once asked the Pope, they said, "Oh, why do you always hang with young people?" And the Pope said, "I want to be young so bad. I think I'm in the Pope's position. I desperately want to be young. So I hope some anymore hang here. I will vibe off you so then I can
definitely.
be young." Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so here we are again. We're going to be talking about the part 2 edition of peer pressure. I think last week's edition was great. So much. And what's in your neda? You can't say bonibio, isn't it?
Yeah.
So nyom neda into your babe bonibio. There is going to be a continuation. It was really exciting, and I said that it almost felt like it was a crime. Yeah, ending. So thank God we're back, and we're going to be doing what we do better. Without talking too much, I would like my noble men and beautiful women to introduce themselves. Take it away, guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Esther and I'm from, you already know me on the screen, so.
Oh, I know your producer wife in Seattle. Oh,
no, I've come on the show quite a bit, so they're a bit familiar with the face.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Ajimai. I'm quite shy, so today I'll be very calm.
I think you pretend to be that way when I saw you, like I was here. You think you are, but you're not. So, Dave.
Yeah, evening all. My name is David, and I'm a member of the church.
I'm Andrew. I'm also a member, actually the newest member in the church, probably.
Wow.
The newest member.
Newest? For how long?
Last week, you didn't get up, so you can't be the newest.
I wasn't
Exactly.
here last week.
All right. But I've seen you a couple of times. You're
Yeah.
here. So you are not the newest member.
Bibisa.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Joyce. A lot of people know me like Joycelyn Banks, and I'm also a member of this church.
Beautiful. Minimum share. Mobile service.
No, the second service.
All right. Okay. And you'll be out to baby me.
I always say that.
All right. So, as I said, it's going to be exciting. So sit at home and relax and enjoy this. As I always say, we thank you for your donations. Without you, we couldn't be where we are now. So as we're thanking you, we're also imploring that you keep donating and supporting us in whatever way you can. We're very thankful and we'll appreciate whatever you do. So let it come in, okay? Now, last week, peer pressure. I think that we can speak any language, and we dabbed it peer pressure amongst the youth, and the youth, and we agreed to say we should think about the ages of 18 to 30. Do we still agree with that, or should we
that's fine.
expand it?
We can expand it.
Okay, so what? Obaba?
35, I think.
Okay,
Just
35. Oh, that makes me feel good. But yeah, I'm older than 35. But it means that we're getting to where I am. So this week, we're going to be talking between the ages of 18 to 35. Is that
cool.
okay for
Yeah.
everyone? Good. So we talked about the pressures, and we focused around the church space, the pressures that young people face in the church. We touched on the fact that sometimes the aunties tell us how to dress in a way which and also puts pressure, because it means that sometimes like we talked about that. We talked about the fact that sometimes almost we also talked about the fact that sometimes uni obi bedi adanse was sorry oh adam for way uni course way so also kwaye course way, like it was a lot of things we talked about. But what really was the thread amongst the common thread within all of that was the topic of marriage. We focused. I wouldn't say focused, but I was led by the young people there. But then, and it was a common theme there. There was a situation around marriage. They almost felt either directly or indirectly pressured to be married. So whilst nobody's coming to say, hey, we'll be worried, there was some subliminal pressures within that. So, guys, let's so then it's all beautiful. Then we know that is done, and then we can focus on other things.
Okay.
As you are the newest couple, because I didn't go worry, so be worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, worry, be worry. Would you, and it's to both of you really, because more younger, more worry. Would you say there is a pressure in the church space to marry? Or would you say, what are some of the pressures that you face? Because you went here last week. What would you say are some of the pressures? I'll go with you first, Esther. Did you face any pressures?
I did, personally. I didn't face
Or
it.
did you hear anyone experiencing such?
Yes,
Right.
definitely. Yeah, I heard like my peers, my friends, some of them getting pressured to get married, i.e. because of their age or because they just want to be nosy and
Right.
ask.
Right.
And I just feel like sometimes you don't know who you're talking to be asking such questions like dabe now be worry, oh mata do you know into dabe me came to no crowd.
Oh,
That's
Wait a minute, Master now. Okay, Esther, I said it. I said what I said. Yeah,
But they say it a lot. They
Right.
say it a lot, and then I hear some of them, and then I'm like, yeah, it's all right to joke around it
Yeah.
to an extent, but to the extent that you're like almost all the time seeing the person and approaching them about marriage can be a bit like pressurizing, because you don't know. First of all, you don't know what they're going through. You don't even know if men are approaching them.
Financial
You
wise.
don't know whether they just don't want to get married, because some people are just like that. They just don't want to think about the marriage space at that time.
Right.
And so it's okay to talk about marriage to them, for them to maybe think about it, but don't keep
Pressure.
going. Don't keep the pressure, because then it forces the young person to do things that they are not supposed to do, or even say to you at that time, because you don't know what they might be going through at that time. You talking to them,
Okay.
they might come at you with an answer you might not like, and then you say go with your
What?
Yeah.
which is not like that. So I just feel like sometimes we need to take our time.
Okay. Ajingo, also worrying check.
Yeah. Well, I think in terms of a member not there pressure in here too much
Right.
for our you know. It's mainly ladies, you know. And I also believe as young Ghanaians, it looks like there's a specific time I also be worried.
Is it?
So we are 25. Now the announcement in Nasha here. And I've been worried. I've been worried. And I feel like serious this is kind of, you know, this kind of pressure and you're good. Especially when Daki for sorry to use the word Daki, yeah. But yeah, I Ghana for yeah. Especially Yakacho said Todayans and worry. You see answer no worry.
Hold on. We feel say why mo ne kase empanyifo na e wo ye nchen no ne feel say e be ye good say, because maybe omo kase e be ye good say wo better than answer wa worry and na to dan answer wa worry. Let's be clear.
Whoa. So advice there. Advice is always good to give
Right.
advice here. But I feel like when the advice becomes like a sort of a attack, that's what is not good.
Right.
You know, to the extent to be like, you know, some comments can come out to be like, why a wedding went to me and to die. You get it? And all of these kind of things, I don't think say is good. Especially one among my precious things and go worry. Yeah. So
Sika now the better than now they worry.
yeah,
So.
but then again, also the information you cry and I say the pressure on the mind. No, I think say they should do a little bit more of research in terms of that, because as a young guy, no, if you want to buy a nice house now, you need 2 incomes, which is something that you can do with your wife once you get married. You know, but an idea and say okay, oh your wedding now, that means how do seek your wedding. But Obia, the way I'm planning this stuff, you know, that's the sort of pressure I have seen to say, oh, boy, why wedding on tour dime, and I get away by you say, but then again, how much I paid for my wedding or so on and so forth.
Right.
And I feel like and penny choose what you want us to do. And I don't know.
Excuse you.
That's what I
As
would
the
say.
auntie of the group. No, I think, to an extent, I agree with you in terms of you saying, because it puts a lot of pressure.
100%.
Now they worry, and one now they told them, say, oh, worry. And you know what? Your wedding was amazing. But a wedding like yours costs a lot of money. Inti say yeah because for says kana to dan and maybe o mo because okay opa and your wedding kitwe bi na
Oh, yeah,
nka
even so they'll complain and talk about it.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
oh
who are you to?
But it could be like you have done the wedding, yeah. But you don't want to buy a house directly. You want to wait maybe for 1 year. And
Exactly.
then, so why are they still pressuring us?
Exactly. You see, the thing is like,
I know what my wife wants.
exactly. And especially when you're on a corporate world and when you are building your career,
Right.
you don't know, say, in a 2 years' time, you'll be moving to Manchester
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
better opportunity.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there are all of these things
Yeah.
in place, but when they just like, I feel like, oh, what now on tour, they just think, say, what spend this weekend, which is not the
But
case.
is that how they started? If that's
Thank
how
you.
they started,
Thank you.
they can advise you in a way.
oh
Thank
but no and also the you won't say Mr. Tessa, we have made some mistakes, so then you guys won't make mistakes.
yeah.
It is
But-
say you can say sana ye started yenti musomon
I get
started
it,
sa
I get
maybe
it.
yan started sa but ye who say and yes say yan started
Yeah,
sa
but
yenti
auntie, I
musomon
think-
I understand that part, but the way you're going to say it to me
Yeah.
would mean say
would mean say, okay,
Who
you're
started
coming from
that?
this
Yeah.
place and you don't want me to go that way.
Right.
So I want you to do it right by
Yeah.
doing so and so.
Exactly.
Don't just come at me like I didn't know why we're not on tour dying first. Like I'm supposed
Exactly.
to.
It's the way you say
Yeah.
it. People who advise you correctly, and there are people, that have advised me. So, and I love these kind of advices. But when it becomes like
Too much.
too much,
Yeah.
I know that it's not good.
How much? How much is too much? Is it when they say twice, 3 times, or?
Some
I
people
believe,
don't
I
let
believe
it.
say, when you
Once
say
over,
when you say it once, no, ebe to my dream.
Yeah.
But the more you continue to say it, ebe hard drink kakra like, oh, I now pressure me too much. You don't know the plans that I have, I want to do.
Yeah.
You hear it.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
hear
that
it,
one
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
You hear it,
Oh.
Auntie wake her sister.
Exactly.
You guys are not being fair. Are you trying to say, yeah, kika? Listen, Mama, yes, don't insinuate. Like, be real, yeah. Minimum,
100%, yeah.
Just be honest. Say, one day you must say, yeah. We are coming from a good place. I will never fail to say that.
Some come from a good place.
Okay.
Let's specify that.
Okay. But as I say, as the auntie of the church, I know, say, about 99% of the people who say these things say, oh, we're coming from a good place,
Somewhere to go to
yeah.
wedding.
But I think it could be one day, no, not auntie be honest, uncle be affirm and say, oh Joyce, how is your life? How is things going?
Exactly.
Oh.
That would be lovely because
Exactly.
we put it in that way now.
Exactly.
Maybe I will open up to you. Say, oh, maybe
Say
we
this,
didn't
say.
I need this, I need that.
I'm in Toronto.
Because it is better than coming like a shoot to be.
Yeah.
I will feel like I don't want to talk to you.
I think this goes back to what I said last week. Is the auntie or the uncle that's coming to the person, have they got a relationship with the person?
Yeah, but I know quite
That's-
here, but
that-
because of
that's-
her,
that's the
they
reason
will
what's
look at
important.
you from afar, yeah. Say, girl, no hopeful, but me, I don't know. I want to get to know her. The first time, that is where it starts. It doesn't mean that we have to have a relationship first.
No, at least, because, for you to have a relationship with a person, well, if you have a relationship with that person, you kind of understand their circumstances and a bit of the person, who they are. If you know nothing about that person, or you see them there at church,
But there is
you approach them, you're like, oh, why don't you
Dave,
marry
there
me?
is
Then-
always a place to start, isn't it?
That's
Maybe
what I
that
said.
place
Don't
to
start
start
don't start that
is
marriage conversation.
Dave, I've seen men who say will beard no grey them. When we? I mean, that is always a way to start because don't forget there is always the icebreaker. And maybe the icebreaker is that conversation that is going to lead to that.
It's very
Oh, can we
sensitive.
joke more? Okay, I will
Yeah,
laugh about
yeah.
it,
But
and
it's not
then
everyone that can say that joke.
Andy, you're quiet.
every day,
What
every
are
day.
you
Yeah, but
thinking?
some
I think he's
jokes
thinking
are
about
Very
something.
expensive.
Some jokes are expensive as well because
Yeah, they are.
I
Okay,
always
depends
think
how
about
you
a
are.
person's,
Mimi
like,
Obia.
mental health
Yeah.
first. Take into consideration
Oh,
about somebody's mental
really?
health. Yes, it's very
Esther, I
important
agree
to
with
me.
you, but I think, sir, you're like, oh, mental health, and you know,
No,
you're
because-
going to put us in a corner to
Because-
say, oh, mental
no,
health,
I'm
and we
just gonna
can't.
deviate a bit from marriage because I'm just thinking about something else completely.
Right.
That's why I'm talking about mental health.
Right.
Because sometimes, for example, when someone is married but don't have a child yet,
Exactly.
and then the pressure starts coming at them.
Exactly.
And then you don't know what frame of mind the person is in. You can't beat the person more than they beat themselves
Oh, yeah,
at home.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so you can't just approach someone and start talking about
And that one is
childbirth.
Na da bɛn na
No,
wobɛware.
exactly.
So da bɛn na wobɛwo, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
That's not good.
No,
'cause-
we wouldn't tell so.
exactly. Who won't tell me so as so say when you man son or your wedding.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
say anything-
They just started the calculations.
you see that you see
Yeah.
for me sometimes it's so difficult, yeah. And sometimes if you say in a specific way on make some idea, but sometimes the pressure is too much, yeah. Say the omusi beka say okay that girl you well let me mama for points to be mra,
Right.
yeah.
Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, ka say
on.
My
Fine,
friend Penny,
fine,
okay.
yeah, ka say yeah. What worry, yeah?
Right.
Mo worry and check. Mo nyina mo ye career people.
Right.
Mo person mo building myself na mo talk and nice house and stuff like that. And for a year mo person mo be yeah. Mo person mo be yeah. During that year no, we comment. Hey, so see wedding kesi o mo ye na da no muntimi ngowe. Hey say da. O try kakran so and I say who want them as what we are saying. Who want them so onye me ansa no your wedding. Okay. Already no so one thing is that some people may have issues. Obi who have already issues within themselves.
Yeah,
Maybe want to meet
absolutely.
any
Yeah.
And see after years and years now on you know. I didn't think I still also she and hey yeah trying now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I cry. Nipa no.
That
woman
is
who
quite
feel it-
insensitive.
Yeah.
Woman who
Yeah.
feeling nice is so bad sorry because on him so who now be the
Yeah.
same thing.
Because
Yeah,
they
it's
start
true.
avoiding you.
Exactly.
They don't want to come to certain gatherings because as soon as they see these aunties, that's the question they're gonna ask.
Exactly.
And so
All right then, and yeah, aunties, this is quite sensitive, and
But
I think we're all pro mental health, aren't we?
Yeah, 100%.
We all want people to live their best life, and whatever that whatever it means for them, and also for God. So please be sensitive. So be especially don't beat themselves up because you can't love them more than they love themselves.
Exactly.
They're almost probably going through a lot, and maybe it will mean a lot to them if you didn't say anything and just say, you know what, you look good today. That will just bring a smile on their face. That will just be a smile on their face. So please, let's be conscious of that. Yeah, Andy, you haven't spoken much. Why?
Honestly, whatever pressure they are giving, I don't see it. But I think they should pressure themselves to understand certain things first. Because as you said, if you've made a mistake and you don't want me to make the same mistakes, you should advise me in a certain way. Say, you know, there's something called generational wealth.
Right.
If I'm not stable enough to stand on my own, how do you expect me to bring a woman in my life? So if you can't advise me to have stability for me, myself, my wife, and my children, I don't think you should even talk to me.
Right.
My mom tried it once. You are getting old, you should get married. She even tried to give me a woman.
Wow.
I told her, no, I'm not ready for it. And her explanation was, you are spending too much money. That is a very good point. I'm spending money as a single back. Okay, I'm in your back on one, a bad name.
Ebi, so what your back and why? And Jingo can the combined income of both of you means because you're paying rent, you're doing the same thing. But if you were in the same space with a woman, it means an income.
Yeah.
But not if you choose for your wife or significant other to work at. It means there is a combined income. So maybe she was coming from that point
Perfect.
of view.
I asked my mom, will you help for my marriage? Will you help for my wedding? She said yes. But the thing is, most people don't do it.
Yeah.
They just talk about, okay, do this, especially, I'm the kind of person that, okay, I'm getting married. I want to do it once and for all because it's a lifetime issue.
Right.
You do it fine and that's it. But the thing is, as blacks, we don't help ourselves. We don't care about the tomorrow. And honestly, back in Italy, if you're getting married, like between the Italians, it depends on the family. They can buy a house for you, they can pay for your honeymoon.
You're asking for too much.
But
I'm not asking for
you really are asking for too much.
every household is
You
different.
are,
You can't-
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
you want us to buy you
It's
a
a
house.
bit-
It's not. Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay, Auntie. What I'm saying is,
Right.
we should think about the future of our kids.
And we do.
No.
We do.
How?
Andy, we do.
If I'm coming to marry your daughter and you're asking for 5,000 is that something?
Hey, and also with pressure,
Okay,
maybe not
that's-
that.
The list that you get.
Because I'm not 5,000 now. 5,000, I can do something for my kids.
Yeah.
Pounds? Do you get it?
£5,000. All your bema now ko worry.
Yeah.
But and yet,
Especially
it's
when
hard.
you
And
don't
yet,
have-
and yet,
Thank you.
first no they say so they go to ne
Nah,
wave
like I
about
said,
it. It's still there.
I'm going to check, you know.
Ah.
Wire transfer.
Oh dear.
Luckily,
Well,
luckily, not everyone
everyone
is like that.
Yeah.
You know, some family members and I say some. Yeah, from say say me papa I can say.
In-laws.
in-law.
Treat.
Asil, yeah.
Unya aso a you good obet me I can
Yeah,
say
what's
okay.
what I say?
Sikana mo de ban mo fan koye mai.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
very
basically
rare.
what happened to
But it's very
me and my
rare.
wife.
Oh,
you
that's
know.
a kind man.
Exactly.
Thank you, Asil. I think
You see,
you're a
like,
kind man.
Obia or thank you for
Yep,
the
future.
children,
The children,
name,
the
the future
future,
of the children.
yeah.
Obeka sasa kano emu here because at the end of the day, don't mean to nipa.
No.
5,000. What is it? And 6,000 and 7,000.
Well, especially when you don't have like.
Wait there, I'm paying for where
Yeah.
this is almost breaking my heart. Coming in, I didn't think that this is where we're going to go. But it seems that the pressure, Sikana, mami, phone be generous, can be na young people known to me. But I will say though, sir, and I said it last week and I'm going to say it again. Marriage, Ajingo and Esther will testify that marriage is one of the best things that might have happened to
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
is the most beautiful thing ever that you could do for yourself. Look at us. I mean, see the way we shine.
Wow.
You know.
I see now you're putting pressure on us.
But what I say that to say, sir, is God's best gift. The fact is, sir, you come home to this person. The fact is that when you know that when all else fails, you could go to this person. Like there is nothing compared to that if it's that thing for
I
you.
agree that marriage is very beautiful. Sorry, Semikato.
Right.
Marriage is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But only say sometimes men and women we can pretend to be ready, but we are not ready. Into we are. First year is very nice, but then the second year, both said like changes be airborne. And then that's where it's gonna start like you're gonna think say my pressure me too much and temana.
I'll just say you're not mentally ready for marriage then.
Yeah, but also because of they already have the pressure that get married.
You just jump into it.
You just jump into it.
Okay.
And then the first year it will look good for themselves and for the family.
Right.
But after 1 year he will be fed up like what's this?
Okay, well, when we talked about marriage, we went saying, ready, because it needs a lot of preparation, like these guys are saying, mentally, physically, even to be ready to birth a child and all of those things. You need to be prepared, and also you need to intellectually prepare because you can't go into marriage empty-head. You need to be skillful. You need to equip yourself with that knowledge because all of a sudden, this human being is going to be dependent on you for knowledge and for care and for emotional support. You should be willing to be in a state where you'll be able to provide that for them.
Exactly.
And you can't go say, oh, maybe. So you need to come with something is all I'm saying. So try and seek the knowledge. When you're ready, so be warrior. And this is where we ended last week. If you're not ready to marry, don't.
Put it out there, please.
Okay.
Please.
Tell us when you're ready. Come to us. We will help you get married. Well, I say come to us. Come to the members of the church, the old people. And if you come to me, why not? I have nearly 20 years of experience.
Wow.
I can help you in that space. However, if you're not ready, take your time until you're ready, okay? Let nobody pressure you. Let nobody pressure you because what that will do is you will go in and you're going to come out. Okay? You will go in and you will come out. Yeah, see, So that is that on the marriage thing. Now we're going to be talking about other pressures. Okay. I've been reading around these things, and please, sorry, then, but Papa is not going to say, oh, who can say into you two are saying, all right. Be honest. Ajingo, you've been a bachelor before you married, all right?
I'm a bachelor, be a good home, so.
Mercy, we are going to be talking to the pre-Ajingo, pre-married Ajingo.
Pre-married
No
Ajingo,
and that's good, and I get it, but
But I say you're updated.
no, but what we're going to be talking about, he'll need to go to his old self first
Okay.
before. But Modia, you can talk about your new self and your existing selves, okay? And you can even talk about because we hear things. I am older than you guys, all of you, but I hear things because I like to hang with young people.
Yeah.
So there is, reading around this, there's this quest to belong and to fit in. And it means that you should be useful in the sexy space, the sex space. So it means that a lot of young people are going to pornography. They see that and they feel so, oh, that is why. So pornography, and I'm not saying, yet yeah, sorry them, so you guys don't do that. I know in my heart that you guys don't do that. But I know that you've heard people that do that. So will be cancer more half here for and you know Mr. Wan. It shouldn't be used against them. We call you here for your opinions, and it comes in many forms and appearances. Okay. So and I've been told that I say you guys, but most young people watch pornography. Is that true? Do you know of people? Have you heard of such?
No, Paddy, I don't know anyone, and well. As you mentioned before, no, all of the people now, when they may associate myself with, most of the times it's church. So it's not a conversation that will come out between Benem and Kofushia and stuff like that. So I would not be able to, advise on that specific aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
Esther also, do you know that young people are, I say it's almost like a thing, people have videos and things on their phones. And honestly, sometimes you don't even have to go and look for it. When you're looking for, so I think that word has made it very huge. So pornography means, advert crowd or blader. Look at the way so you don't even have to go and look for it. Your pop-ups will show a phone. Sometimes you're reading the Bible and something pops up. So it's not that huge. When we say pornography is not usually the acts that will watch it, but it's the things around you that is unwholesome for you as a child of God, and you know that. So that is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know about now, but back in the day, it used to be a thing where like young people talk about pornography. When I was in school, my peers around that time were watching it and were talking about it. Even females, not just the guys. Even females were watching it and talking about it. And I was the grey one. I was the one that didn't know anything. I was the one that like Esther would say. No, Esther would say, let's go to church. Like, I was that type of the person.
God bless you.
So they would talk about such things. But
for standing against the test of time.
They would talk about such things, but when I'm in their midst, they know how to say things. They're like, oh, Esther will probably say, you go to hell. Like, stuff like that. They would say around me, but I knew this was what they were doing.
Right.
And I would say, maybe not me, but it was a thing, and you can't if you advise them or not, they would watch it.
But if you're a Christian, it's a bad thing to watch a porno, or it's a bad thing.
Are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
It is a bad thing.
Can I ask another question based on her question? Is in the Bible?
It's in the
Bible. No. It's in the Bible.
It's porn in the Bible.
What are we standing on to say it's a sin?
Listen, the Bible says we should stay away from, or say now boy Jamaican Canadian now could only na wo boy dwamai. But say see adie when you even think
about
about
it, yeah,
it,
okay.
it's wrong. So when you watch those things, when you hear things, when you see things, when you're in the space of things that probably encourage or incite or excite you to do those things, then it's wrong.
So why is the church not teaching us not to watch or about sex? Why is the church not talking about sex?
Oh, I
think it should be a thing.
I agree with you.
90% of homes don't even talk about sex.
Yeah, it's true.
90% they don't talk about sex.
It's true.
In the African household?
Yeah, in the African household.
90%.
So then people will then, from outside and then be like, oh, like me make my and we say, oh, and me shadi be your force to be should be. Do you understand? Then
but if you're married and you're watching pornography, I think I don't know if there's pros, but I feel like there's a lot of
people
cons
say,
to it.
I know people that likes to watch it to have experience.
You guys are putting me in a very uncomfortable position.
We're watching, people acting that they're acting. They do that for money. And so you're not going to treat your wife like that. She's not a porn star.
Listen, as the auntie of the group, listen. There are so many things. Oh, these things are, like Esther said, it's heightened. You know, it sets unrealistic expectations. Someone worry now be shepo no na wadwen ye say wo na wo yire sa na mo ba be ya. It's so unachievable. And it's when you are setting yourself up to fail. So stay away from those things.
So I got a question.
Sorry to say something. I feel like it's also bonny because from the facts to say the Bible says odi new share or back crana or kase o many jino on another. And imagine watching something like that.
No, Esther Bisa says what warrior, but what worry crying.
But what if two people are virgin, got married, but they don't know where to start? Not one guy, the guy or the woman say, oh, let's watch porno. Like, then we know how to start. Is that sin?
Yeah, I would argue, say yes.
So me as a wife, telling my husband, I don't mind, let's watch it because then we will know how to do it. It's a sin.
Listen, it's a sin.
Wow.
And I'm going to say, I don't know about time I made co-counseling way back. I think we touched on sex. However, it doesn't go into the ins and outs of it like it would, because your body is different. As a young person marrying, you don't even know your body, do you? Your body, you don't even know how you're so high, but you don't know how you will respond to it. So you don't even know your body. So when it comes into that space, they will only be able to tell you the basics, you know. And I think it will be subjective, won't it? It will be based on the person or kasacho. Say be a nipani you'll be or yet the you kind of say Abrahamic type or Becca say on your sexually informed or on your sexual, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sexual active?
No, or you're sexually active, but then on your fierce, like on your adventurous. Adventurous is the word I'm looking for. If they're not adventurous, then their advice will be limited based on that. However, maybe now will worry, no, you're quite, let's do this, let's try this, let's do this. And you know, it will be subjective. But that is why, as a woman, you will know your body. You will know how both of you, the rhythm that it will be for both of you. Ajingo and Esther can explain. Say, you are learning things about yourselves every day. You don't need porn to learn that. Yeah, you don't need those things to learn those things. Okay. So hold on. Okay. If you need any information when you're married, come to me. I've got some tools. Okay. Tools. I'm not saying tools equipment. I'm saying tools in terms of knowledge. Yeah. So don't worry. It's an exciting time.
But I think our parents also need to teach us. Yeah. Like, you know, I want to say your school or more teach you about the sex, the body.
Yeah.
But then I don't know home, if your mommy or papa they don't like to talk about it because it's not like your papa but
I can explain that question. I asked my mom and she said that was not how she was brought up.
That's how they all say. That's not how they was brought up, so they can't really.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's very wrong because you mentioned having done mistakes before.
Yeah.
you are making us repeat those mistakes.
Yeah.
So if you change, our case will be even better because you're also changing.
Listen, guys.
Yeah, you can tell in a way.
It's a difficult conversation
It
to have.
is.
Even with your significant other.
I don't think it
will
is.
you be oh, Andy. Now,
Auntie.
what mommy about Andy? And about 3 years, Bessie and I
I feel like
can't.
That is the thing.
Listen.
Auntie. No, but Auntie, that's the thing. It depends on the relationship you have with your kids.
And I agree. I do talk. I have an older girl.
If you have
and
a
we
bond, you
talk
can
about
yes.
those things. Why? Because I really worry. I'm for yare pa. So I really worry. Say,
the yare baba
no,
fee.
be the
Yeah.
yare, like because I had
Yeah.
Oh, I really talk to her about sexual health and all of those things, and the fact to remain, what's the word? To be
Abstinence.
chaste, yeah, until so be worry. So we talk about that, but and you'll be to me having that conversation.
Auntie,
Yeah, but
Okay.
why is it easier for the white people to do that, but the black people?
Because that's their culture.
It's not. What is
It's their
it?
culture.
I don't think it's
Honestly,
culture.
the way
Andy.
I'm
I
thinking
don't
now
think it's
how to
culture.
raise my children is way different than the
And
African.
you should.
Yeah,
You
because
should
I don't
do
want
that.
what my
Saying it,
parents
you've seen
did
it
to
growing
me.
up, so you
But
can
why is it culture?
definitely-
Why should you call it culture?
Yes, look, yes, a culture is the way a group of people live. Once in Ghana, so you didn't do cultural
not
studies.
Ghana, it's not.
Well, okay, well, what's your cultural studies?
Yes.
Well, if you learned cultural studies, then you will learn very quickly, sir. Culture is the way a group of people live.
But they
that
can
needs
change.
to be. Oh yes, change is the only constant thing, isn't it?
We
and
refuse to change,
takes
though.
time.
Yeah.
No,
We
You're-
refuse to
listen,
We
change.
don't like change. That's
I
the thing.
think-
We don't like
Yes.
change.
we
We
do
refuse to change.
change,
No.
but it's take. Well, do you guys? As I made me take it. Do you guys think say we don't change?
Africans don't change. We are comfortable.
I think
We are trying. I think
Because I
we
think-
are trying, but we are not there.
we.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we don't. We are
It's taking a
Very.
minute, isn't it? Yeah, change it, but it's taking
Yeah.
some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taking a bit
Yeah,
of time.
yeah.
To
Too
change.
much
And
time.
you just
Too
be
much
patient.
time. Too much time. I
How
said, Nyama.
long? More young people, you are automatic people. You want everything here and now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Nah.
honestly, you do.
Nah.
You really, really do. If you
We
want
adapt
something,
to
you want
change.
something now. So you are not thinking about the other things that come into play. But once you mean, I say, oh, okay, and yeah, you will pay change and you want it now. It takes a minute to receive that information. What does your mom know? How is she going to feed you the information that it can be wholesome for you to eat, for you to be able to digest?
Auntie, can I say something?
Say it.
Based on change,
Right,
my mom saw my in-law
right,
teaching his children.
right,
My sister is doing the same thing.
right.
My mom in years has never asked me, how was school? Just the question, how was school?
Same.
Not to talk of my dad.
Okay.
She has seen my sister doing it. She has never tried it. Where is the change?
Have you been able to speak to mom to say, oh, mom, you know, you haven't asked me about school and I'm quite concerned. Are you okay? Are you really interested in my
But
education?
it's your sister that is changing it, not your mom.
Yes.
So your sister's gonna have children, and because
Her
their children are
generation
used
is-
to
yeah.
that.
What I'm trying to
That's
say
how-
is,
yeah,
my mom is there,
Yeah.
my sister is there.
Yeah.
My sister is teaching her children.
yeah.
When she's not there, my mom can do it, but she's not even trying it. So she doesn't want to change.
I would,
But
Okay,
Obia
Does
is
she
different
know
because
that
maybe
she
she
has
find
to
it
change?
hard to do it.
Absolutely.
Maybe her background, the way I'm not
Yeah.
like
I'm
she grew
talking
up.
about general people. You know,
And it's not true because I have the same problem. Now I'm teaching my sibling how to be closer to my parents.
Right.
Like when they feel like they can't talk. To be open up because I can't be always there. Now I'm here, they're in Amsterdam.
Right.
So when something happens, I want them to be like, you know, oh, my mom is like my sister, but in
Yeah.
a respectful
Respectful
way.
way.
Yeah.
So I'm catching mom and say, try so be open up to them so that I said when they are stuck, they can
They
come
will
to
come
you.
to you.
So I think it's the way you put out there to your mom. Maybe she will sit down and
she will think about it.
and then later it won't happen now, but it will happen. Like, it will happen.
And I will say,
Take
so
your time.
say, sometimes the ego gets in, isn't it? We're the
Yeah.
parents and we
Abagashina,
don't.
ooh,
Yeah. So let's not forget, we do have that. Okay. So
so
on
you
that
accept
note,
it that you do have that.
oh yeah, I
Okay.
didn't come here saying, you know, we don't do that, did I? We do that, but I am also saying, sometimes it requires this knowledge and tools that some of us don't have, and it takes a minute
Time,
to have
yeah.
it. Okay, so be patient is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
On that note, on the patient note, oh my God, it's all so hot. I don't know why I wore this. That was me thinking, oh, I'm gonna be cold, but I'm so hot. But And we're going for a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in a sec. Welcome back. Etiefo. Yeah, more fancy say kasane ye all abrofwa. These young people, my name's Omunti Chio, but we'll try and digest it so then everyone receives it in the way we're sharing it. So we're still talking about peer pressure in the church space and around in the environment, how we've been socialized, how we're learning things, and how that puts pressure on us. And so but I will say though, Dave, the last time, there are some positives, peer pressure. And see, can we touch on a few so then we have a balanced argument?
Sure,
okay.
sure.
So what are some of the positives? I'll start with you. Positive peer pressure.
Positive. Oh, it will encourage me.
What are some of them that you feel, say, someone has challenged you positively?
I think says idea like if I'm not doing something correct, they will correct me
Right.
in a way, in a positive way. So
Right.
the way I'll make a treatment, or maybe it will calm me down,
All right.
and then sit down and think about it.
Okay, how about you, Andy?
I think some peer pressures are very silent. As someone's lifestyle,
Yeah.
if you're obviously open-minded, can pressure you to want more, to
Right.
try and achieve
Yeah.
more in life also.
Right, okay.
And I have a friend that's there, and I want to just follow his steps.
Oh. Well, we see you, friend, all right. Andy sees
Yeah.
you. Right.
Yeah, I think from what I've said last week also, it's like maybe you're in a group of friends and all of them are excelling, all of them are doing well.
Challenges.
Yeah, they're challenging. They might not even say anything that is in a way to try to put you down on anything, but just by looking at them, looking at how they're excelling, how they're doing well, maybe in terms of career and all that kind of stuff, it kind of challenge you a bit, like, oh, I need to step it up a bit. And I think that's the positives of it. And it's not always someone pulling you down or saying, do this, or you have to follow this. It's sometimes looking at people, looking at how they're getting up, it just kind of puts that pressure on you that maybe where you are, you're not really, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
You have no chance to fail because everyone is excelling,
Yeah.
so it pushes you to.
And even when you fail, they would encourage you.
Sure,
Yes.
yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
beauty of it. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'll definitely say know the kind of friends that you have. People that are goal-oriented, that can push you, not the ones that when you're doing good, they are sort of jealous about it because you're always doing this, amongst us all the time. Now you feel like, oh, my yes say, and so
Sometimes when you are doing good, they know it's good, but they will tell you it's bad. Oh,
yeah,
don't do it.
Just so they can
leave
watch
it.
you
Yeah,
fail.
do something
Yeah,
else.
so I'll definitely say surround yourself with good friends. They're
Are doing
good.
Yeah, that's true. Some peer pressure can be say one who say obi ye bibia enko ye, so you don't want to do the same to go in that. So that can be also a pressure to be like, I wasn't
Yeah,
me what na me say.
Absolutely.
That's the positive thing, and I believe in so sometimes the food will be maybe o ma make catch us jingo ye say that's a positive peer pressure because a food will DH or push you am why baby. So yeah, there have been different type of adults who mean.
Can I add one?
All
I
right.
think it's also fear of God.
When
you have that in you,
yeah,
you are afraid to do something.
absolutely.
So when you start going there, even the spirit will tell you, say, don't do it.
Yeah.
And you're going to listen. So I think fear of
Sister
God.
in Christ, we see you.
That's
we see you. And it's so true, sir. I agree with all of what you're saying. There are some people that challenge us positively, and we need to acknowledge them. And the aunties that you challenges us, you're like, oh, you're doing great,
Yeah.
keep going. We see you, okay? Until when we're talking about or challenge you positively now,
not add
now
yourself
we
into
can talk about it, all right? No, so we wanted you to acknowledge. We wanted to acknowledge the positives, those people that are challenging us positively and all of that. And they feel say they need to put you down before they can go up. So
lift themselves
yeah, try not to look at those people, okay? That while they're so insecure in themselves, they feel say they have to put you down to make sure they feel better like that. Because oh, we'll show you in your face now, no.
Yeah.
So close your eyes. Yeah.
David socks maybe last week.
I like your sock, Dave. Your sock
that's not
is so mad. It's good. I love
That's
it.
Dave.
I'm sorry. Dave socks. No. That part. Yeah. It was kind of
Yeah, see that perfect example of peer pressure. So now I'm coming back this week and now I've changed my socks. And make sure so no one can see my socks I'm wearing. So I'm just like, look. So that's the type of positive peer pressure that you need.
Right. Okay. Now, so the social media. Let's talk about how social media contributes to the pressure that
Big
we
one.
have
Yeah.
as a people. There is this thing about BBL and
I was even
you
thinking
know,
about that one. That came
you
up
know,
my
na
mind
and my bleachy, they're like we're toning. Na mema, they are drawing on their bodies, and this is not to say. Listen, I'm not one to say that what is right or wrong.
Yep.
Do what is good for you. But more than that, as a church, as a corporate body of Christ, we will always talk about what promotes godliness, okay? So I'm not here to say, oh, you're doing wrong or right. But I'm saying, as a church, we will always uphold the values of God, all right? So, BBL, nene, how women are changing. Just to have this slim waist. Women are bleaching. They're finding all these different ways to look a certain type of way. Let's start with the girls. What do you think? Let's start with you.
Me.
The pressure to look a certain type of way.
Actually, it's not pressure because it starts within you. If you love yourself, I don't care what people say.
What do you about life, but you okay?
Because I like to look good.
As you should.
But I won't do like surgery things. Before, now I sport wearing corset, that kind of like to have that curved shape. But I say my jai. But still, I'm training, like walking, that kind of stuff. But why should it be a pressure? If you love yourself and you know like you look good, I think that's so who be for like somebody look different. Your body's not the same. So yeah, it could be say you're gonna die. Your body shape is not gonna be correct. And then later on you're gonna be like, I don't know, yeah. So I think
See the difficulty in that is some people say they love themselves, but in every person and every human being, there's a point of difficulty of where they look in the mirror one day and they're like, it's not going like I'm not
but then
looking
go to the gym, eat healthy.
Yeah.
Try those things, but
it's-
some people need the surgery though. Some people do, but men money stand a bit too much.
They need the BBL.
Because some people do the BBL for man, not for themselves.
Yeah, but that's what you're saying. They don't love themselves.
Yeah.
If you don't love yourself, you do that personally. But I'm saying that those kind of pressures of the BBL and all that kind of looking at Instagram models and how they look.
Yeah.
It's people fall for that is because one day they look in the mirror, they wake up one day, look in the mirror, and it's not what they want to see. But instead of motivating themselves, going to the gym, eating healthy, they find the easy way out and then go and do the surgery.
People are so bullied though too.
Yeah.
A lot of people bully
the
people.
social media also tell you, when you do this, you will look good, you will feel better. And so
It-
there is
it's-
a pressure.
It's very dangerous. Waking up in the morning, going to Instagram, just scrolling, and then looking at perfect bodies. That goes into it.
But is there even such thing as a perfect body?
No.
There is not.
No, I wouldn't.
And for people they
Beauty
were
to the eye of the
naturally
beholder.
Absolutely.
like that. But in your Biana, like you look
the-
like this, you need to work for it.
There's the term Instagram models.
Models.
Yeah.
So
Is that
that's
bad?
so that's
Yeah.
that's how some girls will see as okay how she's dressed, how she's looked. That's the perfect body, and you scroll and you think they all kind of look the same.
they look
Yeah.
the same.
They look the same.
Nah,
That's what girls now see as the
Lip filling and that
exactly.
kind of
All
thing.
looks the same.
I feel like that sort of pressure, I come a man up.
very,
Because
very-
imagine. you know
Remember,
that
no,
in-
some more mo de na mo jama body say bebre. And na Dave, oh yeah, buy say na wonu no mu.
Based on that, no.
Right.
Some
And
of
no
us,
na man
no.
see omo pa na, mon kama menti.
Well,
Like, let's get to the bottom of that.
Some of us, we have ingrown hair. And it's a year about you, sir. Pimples, boy. And sometimes we just need to leave it. Sana, your skin,
yeah.
But people do a for style and answer
But
for
now
you.
it's like the norm if you don't have a beard.
A beard,
Now
yeah.
that-
I'm
And
still
yeah, some
fine.
people
But
can
it is a topic though, among the girls.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's a topic
Ben Mama
on its
Penna
own.
is
Yeah.
tall,
6
he have a beard. Yeah.
Nice smile.
Hey, you're like,
And see, you touched on people bleaching their skin
Right.
and stuff. I don't know if it's changed now, but before, for example, if people wanted certain roles in, for example, movies,
That's so true.
only light skinner, you're not considered to be
Beautiful.
beautiful enough for that role, and so that's why a lot of girls go through that just to, you know, fend for themselves. In that sense, I don't know
In
now.
Europe
there's
or in
more
Africa?
black.
Even in
Sorry.
even in Africa,
yeah,
it's
even
bad.
Africa is
Africa
worse.
is bad.
Africa's
Yeah.
bad now.
Oh, yeah, I
Africa's
watched
worse.
this
Wow.
a documentary. Well, is it Abidjan? It was around Abidjan. Like, it was really predominant that people
Yeah.
were bleaching. But I will ask though, I am very dark, and my mommy whom you'll say, oh, you say our color crossing. I was really dark, and I was so beautiful then. Was so
Still,
dark.
you are.
You're so
But,
popping.
but I was so secure because my mom never failed to tell me, you are so black and beautiful.
Yeah.
I have never been insecure about my blackness. I love being black. I love. I'm saying, sir, do you think, sir, your parents and the adults around us tell us, remind us of how beautiful our husbands, our wives remind us how good looking we are.
Simple.
I don't know, sir. Do you think that is not achievable?
So to be having my mess out to be a renetico. And as you say, so I think, yeah, you know, remember, the peer pressure, yeah, who know Instagram, say, who coffee be on maps.
Yes,
So
back.
me worry, me why?
Oh, Messi.
It's the same to me on Instagram on both.
God is. Nyame yem by boti. Yeah, obey.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, I remember. Yeah, I think that we need to be reminded of, as people, how we were created in the image and likeness of God, and what that means, you know, that we are this source, we are God reincarnated, and we shouldn't touch on that body.
I think what my sister said is very good. If you love yourself, automatically you'll be confident in who you are.
I feel like those people that do it doesn't mean they don't love themselves.
Okay.
They're proving something.
Yeah.
You don't love yourself. Why are you doing then?
Yeah.
If you love what you see in the mirror,
If they really have to go and do it, it doesn't mean they don't love themselves. I'm sure they've actually sat down to think about the whole process
The thing
before
is,
going to do it.
okay,
But it doesn't mean they
talking
don't
about
really
the
love
gym
themselves.
issue, is to cancel me. Maybe more single pack and let's 6, but I'm still okay with myself.
But that's not, yours is different. I'm talking about people that really have to go and do the surgery.
Wow, to say
What
it
will make you really want a BBL? Like really?
I
what?
think, sorry to interrupt. I think sometimes it's for business purposes. About Instagram, I don't know, influencer. And to get more deals, you know.
You need a big ass.
I also call you body
But
looking
you
nice.
influence the youth. It's
Pardon?
a bad way to influence
If you are
the youth,
influenced,
because
yes.
if you are influenced,
it is definitely
people are
bad.
watching
100%. 100%. But you know, that's the kind of word that you live. You see other young guys with massive cars that probably they're on these, but these are all peer pressures.
I was going to touch
Come
on
back to our parents. If they keep on telling us you're beautiful, you don't need it, you're like independent, your black is nice, and I think you will be more comfortable in yourself. You won't like what you're seeing on Instagram and all that. No, because your parents are saying that you're beautiful. And so once you get that secure, no.
I think
What
in
people
an
are saying,
African
what you see,
household,
you know.
those kind of positive
Compliments.
words I think for them, it doesn't really need to be said. Like, it's
Yeah,
like you should
yeah.
know you're a beautiful girl. Why
Assurance. Give us assurance. We need assurance. We need
Also, you
assurance.
already know.
Yeah.
Now, also, you already know, so you're looking good,
Yeah.
handsome. Now, my gosh, oh, David, Nadia, you looking
Utake
good.
is
Yeah.
here.
How
Yeah.
do you feel?
Obviously, but I'm saying,
Aha.
from the mindset of an auntie and uncle, they'll be like, your parents thinking, you're beautiful.
Oh,
I don't need to
that-
tell you. So you already know you're a
When they
beautiful
haven't
girl.
even mentioned it once to you, but then and oko school be say I share socks be TB because children are bullies.
Yeah.
They will say things about you that you never know about yourself. Exactly. When someone tells you that now ubefie now mame is also say in summer
Yeah.
yeah, and also it's not cute.
Oh yeah, they say
Once
that.
round,
I come out, you know.
Don't watch no ashy. Yeah, you are suddenly reminded, oh yeah, I look good.
Yeah.
And touching on what Esther said, sometimes no, to say money be they are quite on the flat area, aren't they? When it comes to, they're not well endowed. Into a basa, it's a confidence boosting situation, isn't it? Like, and I'm trying to think the way Esther can, because she says, they need it.
Yeah,
And be a needing, and they say, be a man, be what they're flat chested, people are bullying them.
No, if you're talking about need, you're talking about health.
In a situation
Oh,
whereby
health,
they
okay.
really need it. I'm all pro gym,
Yeah.
But sometimes you gym, and then you have excess skin.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean that you don't love yourself enough to go to the surgeon to remove that fat.
I get that.
That's what
I
I'm
get that.
saying.
So when you say need, like you're talking on the lines of health, that they need a
Yeah,
surgery.
they need it. Yeah.
You need a
yeah,
need
that's
a
what
nose
life and death.
reconstruction.
People do need it.
Yeah,
For example,
health-wise.
for
yes.
example, you need a nose reconstruction because you had an accident and they had
That's
need.
that's need.
But just
in it.
because you have to fit in with the Instagram
That's
models,
because-
that's not
just because
need.
you wanna
Yeah,
look
that's
like
not
me.
Yeah.
No.
That's a
No.
want.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
no.
want.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
a
a
want,
want,
that's
Yeah.
not
and that is an
yeah.
unnecessary one.
Very,
You can't.
very,
you
yeah.
And
can't.
also, Instagram can be
But
very
if it's gonna
deceiving.
butcher
There are a lot of girls on
Confidence
there.
up.
It's needed.
There are a lot of girls on there saying,
Really?
"Oh, my God,
It's not.
gym, yeah, I went to the gym and I got that body, but lies."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't listen.
Yeah.
Don't listen.
She
to
disappeared for like a week, come back and come on.
Mother, sorry, and then it's whoa, where is that coming from?
Now, Instagram has changed how the software works. That if you, for example, you got a picture that has about 5,000 or 10,000 likes, it won't. First, it used to be like 10,000 likes, but now it says that this and so likes
Like,
it, and then
and others.
Others.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because of the pressure of people to get 10,000 or 20,000 likes.
Yeah.
on their
Wow.
picture. And what they do to
Now,
get that.
Unnecessary pressure.
what does it mean?
I think it stimulates something
It
in
boosts
your
your
brain.
self-esteem.
Yeah, it's
That is a very sad
it's
way
very
of
powerful.
boosting.
They did very well changing that algorithm.
Yeah.
They did very well changing it because now I had it
It's,
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just to get that person, that notification on your phone that someone's liked your
numbers,
picture
no,
again,
yeah.
the numbers going up. Is that I think it's stimulating the brain for someone to go like, people love me.
I feel good about
That's
myself.
people love me, but probably the person that's liking it probably never seen them
Never
before.
seen it.
Yeah.
They're just scrolling through Instagram and they're just like
Liking.
because maybe you've just shown some
I've
skin
seen people
or
just
something
doing like
that.
this.
Yeah.
They don't even see what they're lacking. They just
Yeah.
Oh,
just
like
liking.
you.
Yeah.
It's most of the time young people, you know, they go off Instagram when they don't really feel. Say, yeah, everyone has a period where they don't really feel at their best.
Yeah.
See, some people take breaks from
Detox.
from Instagram
do
because
that.
of the pressure on all Instagram is so too much. You know?
Nah, and no more. But I think so. People see sexiness has been redefined, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, and they see say, oh, you're sexy when you have that hourglass shape
Yeah.
and all of that. And a man is sexy when Wejana body
Yeah.
said,
Look at me, I'm fine.
and they have sex. I know you're good. Oh, you're so good looking. You're so good looking. Don't let no one tell you any different. But I'm saying, that is probably why people say people are in the quest for that. The urge to feel a part of it, the urge to look good, the urge to.
I believe it's a trend.
Is a trend.
Yeah.
It will pass.
It will
though.
pass.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I believe.
because
Back
a
in
lot
the
of people
day.
are dying.
Yeah.
A lot of
Back in
people
the day,
are
I
dying.
heard pregnancy was a trend.
I haven't finished a trend.
Yeah.
Like,
Pregnancy.
even
Being pregnant was a trend.
When you're not
Among
married.
girls, yes. Among girls, yes, because they want to be
Minty
a baby
Bida.
mama.
Really?
So Sophia saying that. Hopefully.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
there's a lot going on.
No, yeah, say weddings, huge
Yep.
weddings.
Yeah,
so
that
so-
also became a
Yeah,
trend.
yeah,
Yeah.
trend
Yeah.
is here, and you
It will
know,
go.
you
It
oh yeah, wedding was
say
said.
big.
Did you feel that?
Absolutely no.
Right.
Yeah, because you know, I'll speak personally from my personal experience. We were trying to do something really small, and you know, we were trying to do like a COVID wedding. But
Aye.
because I play instrument, a lot of people came to support. You know, realistically, we only invited few people, but on that day, found so many people. So I didn't have any sort of pressure or any sort of say I wasn't here something big. Yeah. So that's my experience, but there may be other people here that wanted to do something something bigger.
How about you, Esther?
I could have never had a small wedding because, fine, me, I don't really...
But you weren't influenced by
No,
social
never,
media, is all
never.
I'm saying.
I was actually the person that was pushing for a small one, but I could never because looking at my husband, I could never have a small wedding. Me and a small crana ebeye kesiye. That's how it was. And then I said to him, let's do it like this. And then he was like, no, Emma, now you're telling me you want this now in the future. You're going to tell me, say, now krawa anyame wedding.
Ampa.
Ain't, you know, let's just do it. And then ain't pressure.
Oh, hold on for me. Viewers at home, you can put your comments underneath and we'll read it. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
Dave,
yeah.
I hear you've got one.
Yeah, so there's a comment from a non-person,
Yeah.
but I'll just summarize a bit. So our parents were pressured to do certain jobs they didn't want to do,
Right.
just to put food on the table or buy us the best shoes and
Right.
stuff like that.
True.
So then the question is, so why are we complaining about pressure from parents? Because they have gone through the struggles
Right.
just to put you to get into uni, just to make sure that you're wearing the Nike or the Adidas, the branded shoes. So if they're
Balenciaga.
pressuring you to do something to get to a certain level, why are we complaining?
It's
I-
the
I-
way,
the way they said it.
they say, they
She
put
mentioned
it
it
out
before.
there.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
the
communication.
The
Yeah,
communication. Because
Yeah.
sometimes or they want kind of how when he said, I don't know pressure me sir.
And now you can't say compare. You can't say,
Yeah.
Compare with
We
say,
hate that thing.
say ni say no. So where are you gonna
If I'm
say it?
confused, you could obviously.
you will be different.
Yeah.
And that should be respected, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it comes down to the way I'm overcome. To be honest, a food will be a good. You need to out here food will
Yeah.
help you in the
Yeah.
future.
Absolutely.
But say a bad say when you say because of this, and
All
then
right.
you know that's the sort of pressure we are
But
talking
should we
about.
also understand from our parents' point of view of where maybe it's not all of us that understand our parents' backstory of what they've got to even get to this country.
Right.
Yeah.
To do the 9 to 5, some of them's living 9 to 5s, it's like 12-hour shifts and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Should we understand from their point of view of they've struggled to really get
Yeah,
to
but not
that
even
far?
that.
Nah.
You want a better life for yourself and for your parents.
Yeah.
See, of course, you're doing not for you alone. You're doing for your parents.
Yeah.
Because of the not to be proud, but also to feel like, oh, my baby, I'm my parents.
Okay.
And sometimes
Hold on.
Okay.
There's a comment. Do you want to read it, please?
I have
Oh,
the comment
yeah, you
here.
have
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Someone says, loving yourself is a factor. However, you can love yourself and still want to do those enhancements because that's what you deem as beautiful.
Oh, okay. So again, it was said beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still think that when you are reminded daily by the people around you how beautiful you are, you will see the beauty in you that people see. So you wouldn't need that.
Sure.
Yeah, Jinga.
no, I was gonna say that you know sometimes if the peer pressure and as the pressure comes from the parents now,
Yeah.
that's good. The issue becomes when it comes from other people. You know, because if it's my parents, I know the sacrifice they've done for me.
Yeah.
So move to me
Oh
for
my
And you
goodness.
know from where they're coming from.
exactly. But external people, you know, the other mouths, you know, and a man, oh yeah.
It takes a village,
I was
bro.
about to-
Yeah, it takes a village. We will all
That's
be
how they
here.
always say it.
Yeah, it does take a village. Auntie, whether you like it or not, we will all be here to make sure you guys are doing the right thing. And it's up to you whether you receive it in the way
Yeah, but
we're
Auntie,
saying
yeah.
it.
what is the right thing? because say, as a mom, you
Yeah.
definitely want your son or daughter to be someone okay in life.
Yeah.
But what if their destiny is to be an actor? You want them to be a doctor? It's not for them.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
get
that
it?
part, yeah.
So you pushing them to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, because in an African home, there are only three
Doctor,
professions.
lawyer, engineer.
See,
That's it.
and I get it, and we touched on this last week. Wahum, this is some, and consider it. Okay, what the mema mudi kanya so then I will. What do you think? What do you guys think?
In terms of what?
So when they say oh you'll be a lawyer, but say you are the drama that you want to be.
I'll use myself as
Send your
Then,
chance,
my dad did electrician at school, See, it drew 7% of school. No. I wanted to be an architect because at that time, I mean, drawing and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
So I told my dad, I say, you go get electrician.
Oh, but that is kind.
I went to technical school, electrician. After 5 years, this is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's where
You wasted time.
I went to university and switched completely to do computer science,
Right.
and now I'm working as a product owner, which is
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
In that
Well
sector,
done.
yes, different sector than electrician.
But at least you're working along the lines of what he proposed. Said you're still electronics. What the electronics the age, man, to me.
Nah.
Digital. Dad, I hope you're happy now. Ajiko is doing great.
But yeah,
How about you, Esther? Also, Ufi, what do you think?
I feel like I'm that type of person that would follow what I want to do.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. That's what I am going to use in future.
Right.
And so if you're telling me to do this, when realistically you haven't sat down to
Discuss it,
explain,
yeah.
to discuss it, to know what my interests are, I feel like you should really take into consideration what my potentials are
Right.
before you would even suggest do this. You can help me build upon it, what I want to do, rather than telling me what you want me to do, because
Yeah.
you
But
wouldn't
one
achieve that.
Yeah.
So
How about you?
Maybe I think I was very lucky.
You were not.
Didn't pressure.
No
No pressure. It was like, oh, you just do your own thing, and then.
Okay, Dave, were you?
I wasn't pressured because from the get-go, I kind of
Knew what you
what
want.
path
And
I was
you
gonna.
made sure, say, you communicated that.
Yeah, so I think on that general discussion, I think for parents, it's not more about the job role. It's more about them knowing that jobs we talk about, lawyer, doctor, is
Security,
stable.
yeah.
It's stable, and
Yeah.
they know the income.
Yeah.
Because they know say Kwabna Asante also why doctor into I know
Income
say
is higher.
Yeah.
income is good.
Yeah.
So then it's not really about the job roles, it's them knowing that okay.
You're
I've-
going to be good.
I've
when they're
suffered
not
for
here,
this
yeah.
child.
yeah.
But then this child's going to do this job where they're going to be good.
Yeah.
But if you're going to tell me something, oh, I want to be a dancer or something, they don't really understand the financial something like within that job role.
You're
so I
right,
think
you're
that's
right.
that's
Yeah.
and
And
it's
then I don't think everybody wants to go to university.
exactly.
No.
Yeah. True.
So-
True point.
and it's people not understanding
The different
difference
ways.
between
Yeah.
getting to
Apprenticeship, yeah.
apprenticeship and university. People think, because I think when again we talk about aunties and uncles, when they think about apprenticeship, they're thinking about say onim kinkain. So that's
Oh.
why it's going
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
apprenticeship.
Yeah, and
route.
our bone.
Our bone.
Yeah.
That's just literally
That's the
how-
correct word. We're born.
Yeah, that's why the things are. Why didn't you go uni? Why didn't you go and do
Yeah.
apprentice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I think the ignorance there. That I think
Yeah, I think
there needs to be further education. on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
What-
Thank you for that word, ignorance.
What I will add, though, it's all in love. I've had conversations with my kids to say, what are your interests? What do you want to do? One says social media. Everyone wants to be a YouTuber these days.
Yeah.
I call,
But auntie, it's not a bad thing.
And I'm not saying it's bad at all.
Because they make money.
I'm not saying it's bad. If that's what tickles your pickle,
Yeah.
go
You should have
for
the
it.
paper
But
first.
my issue is there is no sense of security in that. Because what every parent wants, they say, let me land.
stable, yeah.
What, because it takes time to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
In that time, no, ebiana meko pension. I'm only doing hand to mouth. Ebiana mo ye miensa. Me sheba ko wo uni ni all of those things. So what wo ye YouTuber ko si da benya. It means I'll be also share then I would have to explore me resources no, when it's so limited.
Yeah.
So do the YouTuber, but go to uni, have another job,
Yeah.
even if it's a nurse, even if it's a social worker, even if it's something that you can always fall back on to
on,
say
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know what,
makes sense.
YouTube didn't work, but I've got this
The
degree,
certificate.
let me go and find a job.
No,
In the
yeah.
meantime, I will be doing that. In the
Yeah.
same way, you could be a stylist. Whoa, YouTube channel. This is one. This is how you make up.
I
People
agree,
will
but
be
I
watching
also
you.
disagree.
Okay, how do you agree?
Which would you agree with?
What,
I agree with all she said, but also disagree.
disagree
with
in
all of
terms
it.
which part?
When you give birth to a baby, yeah,
Right.
they do everything to stand and to walk.
Yeah.
Most of the times they fall, but immediately they're coming back up.
Absolutely.
Their only focus is to stand and walk. Steve Harvey, I don't know if you know Steve Harvey.
Oh, I know him.
He said, if you have a plan B, you will not focus on a plan A.
I disagree. Okay, you
It's
go.
dangerous.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very dangerous.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah,
risky.
Yeah,
What
you
he
go.
meant to say is,
Focus on plan A.
yes, finish the plan A, make sure it's working for you, then you add something else to it.
And
Because
I
the baby
am
wants to walk first, then
Good.
starts running.
okay.
On General Kaba, he's just trying to move because he's focused on standing and moving.
But the
Okay.
one person dancing, so I'm making
is it
sure
not
say
the same-
BB.
Yeah.
Bibi Jina, what
Yeah.
we be so.
That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what she's saying.
that's what he's saying.
that is what
That's
I'm
what
saying,
I'm
sir.
saying.
There is something at least that
You
you
can
fall
fall
back
back
on.
on.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because, oh, sorry, like Ajingo said, you were standing, you need some
Something
things
to
to
hold.
hold on
Exactly.
to. Besides, Steve Harvey was talking in his point of view was himself.
Yeah.
I am talking as a parent. Say, as a parent, no, seeing this is how I would want my child. Well, my child may disagree and say, you know what,
Yeah.
like you, I'm not going to listen to you. But what it means, I still have limited resource and you're going to be a liability, whether we like it or not. And it means, training and what crowd will want to. You like YouTube now, like that is not when we're preaching self-sufficiency. That is not self-sufficiency. You can't be in your room now to mommy fear. What happened to growth? What happened to independence? And that's fine. That is fine, but you need to be functional to contribute to the household, even if it means more back
Yeah.
but what should then now you will be depressed. You don't go out, you don't see people, you don't see the world, you
I
don't
agree.
interact.
Yeah.
What are you doing, son?
I agree.
Very true.
Yeah, we need to really think about
That's a
those
good
things
point,
and
yeah.
and what it means. What they do yo, Esther, what pay no apa no we but do what you need to do. Even if it's a job that you won't say Juma be also are you go to say care no more
courses.
now we level 5 or whatever it is, we a manager. Do it. Don't be stagnant now to what now that be you are enjoying a bit another thing. Or say unpair responsibility. Inti here say nurse no yeah obey nurses
That's what I said. We are comfortable.
Yeah,
We don't
they
like
are
progression.
So, absolutely, and they don't like responsibility. They don't like change.
I think there's a comment here.
Right.
I think some of you guys are indecisive. That's why parents have to come in and suggest something, not pressure.
Right. Yeah.
Because
That part,
one day you are
I
left, next day
understand.
you are right.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
we need
also
to
very true.
Align you to go left.
It's true.
So maybe that's a good point.
Yeah,
Guidance.
It's a very good point.
It's a
That's a
guidance.
positive
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
We all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that there is the quest to be progressive.
Yeah.
You know, be suyadia. Okwatana care suyadia to be. Look, you guys need to be occupying spaces. You need to be part of policy makers Do whatever you want because we need to preach the gospel. How
Okay.
are we going to be preaching the gospel?
I've got a question. So there's some parents
Right.
that in a sense groom their child to take on or inherit the job that they've done. For example,
Yeah,
in this
America family, no?
In this family
Yeah.
line, we are all doctors.
Presidents, yeah.
Or in this family line, we've got to that stage.
Yeah.
You need to get there. Is that a bad thing?
No, I wouldn't. It's all the intention, isn't it? I mean, but say one pet now, she now say also now we the rapper. It was our doctor family. Express yourself. I'm all up for people expressing themselves in the way that God wants them to.
Yeah.
Because we all have a purpose for which God created us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, nyame, and you know within you, say,
Yeah.
look,
Well, you know
I can't be a nurse. Me kwa humo jakra na, me yare, yeah. You know, I knew within me, said, no, I can't be a nurse. Me bad be a mason because there are people dying.
In fact,
I
that-
can't manage that.
So you be the one to break the generational blessing.
Yeah, hey.
How is it
Inti-
blessing? You're also starting your own blessings.
No,
But
'cause
even me-
that whole family line.
Yeah,
they've all been
doctors.
doctors.
Okay.
You be the one to.
Yeah, but still, maybe you're starting something different for your own generation.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's always a way. YouTube. Oh dear. YouTube.
It's not a bad thing, or
I wouldn't say it bad. Media, it takes a minute to you, and you don't have to do one job.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
until so what you obey a YouTuber, do YouTube, but also do a
Different,
stable job.
Yeah.
Aware, so we be warrior back to warrior.
No, but auntie, what makes you think?
Back to warrior. What's it?
What makes you think it's not stable?
Because it's
Yeah.
it takes
'Cause
time
it
to
doesn't
build
start
the
off-
channel.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 years. What
You
year
need to be
YouTube is that?
constant.
Everything
Let me
takes
make an
time.
example.
Everything
I've
takes
got
time.
a video where I was playing the bass. It's
Yeah.
about 60,000 views or something.
Right.
Last time checking it, drew £4.50. All this time.
60,000.
Yeah, 60,000 views because
Yeah.
I'm not consistent on it.
Yeah.
So like what mom is saying, it would take ages
It
for you
takes
to
a
start.
while.
But what doesn't take time? What?
Yeah, but that's what she's saying. So you can't focus it on that.
One
put
thing.
all your resource on
Yeah.
that
But you
100%.
you can't put
Get
all your
something on
eggs
the
in one
side
basket.
because some people's YouTube channels is like expensive to run.
Yeah.
Like, the people that do makeup, buying all those makeup
exactly.
is really expensive.
Absolutely.
So to get something on the side whilst you're building that, and then once your channel skyrockets by the grace of God,
yeah.
then you can do that full
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's what most YouTubers do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
bills to pay, you've
Yeah,
got a
that's
house.
a pretty simple.
I think my question was something different.
Say it.
Yeah.
She said you need something stable.
Yeah.
And she mentioned YouTube. And I said, what makes her think YouTube is not stable?
And that is what Dave rightly answered. Said, "Nienti am a dream say YouTube in your stable. Say it takes years sometimes to build, which is why Ajingo added say, or numpo what the idea kotoso for a long time. I think na edru £6.50. Sorry,
That's because he's
£4
not
something.
consistent.
Ah,
He doesn't
he-
work on it.
But then at least he's put a video on it.
And with that 60,000
And that
views,
six-
you think you get a lot of money from that.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
Yeah.
But I
It's
think
not-
there
it's
are
not
so
only
many
views.
things involved for
Yes.
you to start earning. You need
Yes.
to constantly post on.
Your subscription says a lot.
But
Yeah.
listen, you can't. Okay, fine. So, okay, yeah, you never subscribe. Friends and family, you better be announcement to us. Sorry, yeah. Subscribe it now. And pat your bay. What is stopping you from? All I'm trying to say is don't put limits
Yeah.
on. God said, "Come and dominate."
Yeah.
You can't dominate by
Something
doing
else.
one
Yeah.
job. No. How would you occupy the space? One call YouTuber, you need to work around. Ube to me strategize the wo send in a way. So okay, every week, may way. But most people are so lazy. Say, and I think it's laziness. Na mom focus on
Yeah.
one.
What she's
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
is, in that month now, with the video out to YouTube, you know, are you expecting
Sir.
money to come out?
Do
of it?
something else.
If the
Learn
money
new
is not
skills.
coming yet,
You're stuck.
what do you have?
Nothing.
So have something. So
Nothing,
that at the end
nothing.
of the month,
No change.
you will not be homeless.
Oh, yes, seminar. Say, Mama, Miss Kanko seminar.
And
Shame on
YouTube,
you.
we need certain amount of subscribers to be
Yeah.
monetized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't just-
Exactly.
Oh.
It's
Get
so
money
long.
like that.
Before it was like 1,000, now it's like
Yeah.
5,000. It's so
Yeah,
long.
so-
So
Yeah.
So,
Every
yeah.
day changes.
yeah.
Can't put all your eggs in one
Do you
basket.
get it now?
I've heard
I
what
do.
you are
Okay.
saying.
Okay,
I'm the
that's good.
controversial one here.
Obi, but some more- one question.
Right.
Peer pressure of dressing to church, you know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because-
I like it.
Yeah, because to say me pastor cry, me mean dress.
Okay.
because me jeans, trousers. and
Send that
stuff.
one, jeans.
Oh, they be would they let's forget it. I'm talking for other
Ah,
people.
okay,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking as if say I'm representing the whole
A group
youth,
of people, yeah.
Mentally, I'm wearing jeans.
Right.
Yeah. But there's a pressure saying you can say shirt jeans is bad, sorry. And to do Sunday, I don't feel like coming to church because we need trousers.
If you're going to a job interview, would you wear jeans?
I know, don't worry
Sure.
about that.
No, we will be
Yeah,
worrying.
we will
Answer
talk
that
about
question.
it.
Say you brought it. Let's discuss this.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Hold on. Let's exhaust this.
It's in line with what she asked.
Ajingo, there is a where. Listen, let's just even. It's not even. I was going to make it godly, but I will put a bit of God in it. There is a where you kokroma. I don't mean him to walk court that. Oh, menkasa wako court wako pass. But I go to court a lot. Okay, so who's our him and a man for from to award the man.
Yeah.
Do you see the way they dress?
Yeah.
One who say will be akosha jeans or
Oh,
who will be maybe I won't share. Yeah,
But
fan won't share.
in an
It's
event
all
like that, they
smart.
give you a uniform. They give you a dress code.
Yes, but
in
the church has a dress code. It
Is
should
Where is it
listen
written?
because
Yeah,
it's
thank you. I love
well,
that.
it's the
Supportive.
unspoken. Listen, there are some unspoken rules. Be what it's there, but because it's a young kind, until you know, say any say who could depend you atem. You won't. Oh my, can't say now. You don't agree, crowd. You won't insult them. Or beyond country will say man ye way. But you know, say. Part of the moral values that guides us as a society, they say, and you won't do it.
Okay.
And part of that is Ajingo. You dress. We represent. Yes, in Yami or Hine. We are all representing him.
I think I think maybe you was going to use the word appropriately.
Yeah,
And-
appropriate.
And
Yeah.
that is subjective.
Exactly.
What is
I get
considered
it.
appropriate?
Exactly.
Because jeans is someone. Jeans with nice shoes. to
Nice
someone
Wa mama,
is
wa
considered
mama landed.
appropriate. Okay.
Wa mama.
Sorry.
And as a society, yeah, moving on. No, I think say very soon we will come to once any masasa.
Yeah.
First, cradana na make first na bank First, coming to me share jogging bottoms and let now. But I've been so comfortable say metiana my share jogging bottoms. I think as time goes on, no, maybe it will get to that space. But Jingo or all of you. Jeans enye adia ubeshe akwa sorry.
Why?
Because it's inappropriate.
To who?
To God and to us as a people. Okay, meaning I don't know the mind of God. But to us as a people, I think that we have collectively as people, as human beings, come with these rules and regulations to guide us.
Okay.
And it's a way nipa. You should, and as part of sorry no, and yamifie no, yeah, dream send me a shy at the bed.
Why am I doing ça?
Yeah, say nyame ya baako.
Nyame no one can't.
Yeah, America for better jeans akwa. So it's a culture, it's the way a group of people live.
Yeah,
Auntie, nyame on can't.
America for will wear jeans to church or
So
man sorry in carry
it's
because
cultural,
and
not
your
biblical.
no.
So,
Thank you.
It's
It's
cultural.
biblical.
Okay, I'll
It's
say a cultural, but
Okay.
culture
Okay, thank you.
plays in the role of the people, isn't it? Culture plays in the role of the church.
It's one question. You rather prefer say be metina fee?
No.
Because we need trousers and the church
because you
than
don't
say
have the
be church
income
with
I
jeans.
didn't go. O share Balenciagas. Nano me call.
No, he said he was
Listen,
himself.
me
I'm not talking about myself.
listen. Me call Bista Village. It was around £500.
One passion,
It
don't
is
be-
all I say. We need a £10 to go to Primark and go and buy trousers. Listen, it's a lazy ought to be controversial.
Andy, can I say
That is
something?
where we're going,
No,
isn't
no.
it?
We are representing
Church doctrine,
Yeah.
is doing too much now.
Oh no, Mona Maya Madrin said, Mona Mo Pese, Madrin Yamo say is doing too much.
No.
Because who be media, especially Manumpo, a man and a yana, I worry. Say Ebia or Bana, who say we're curvy. Now be sorry, now wash jeans, Ebia, ripped jeans, I wouldn't know now for 4 Now with the Ababe Jina, sorry, Dema. Where do you differentiate between your relationship with your friends and your relationship with God? No, yeah, the sanya mana chichiri and who are yes in nipa share ni swo nyame na hwe akomam o ba nipam. Present yourself. You're representing a group of people, man. Who mame, who papa. Represent them.
Okay, now you for no munyangwale or munima.
Obiani papa. Obiani suffer cry.
You're talking about money, only sika or they better. trousers, but
Yeah.
they're wearing trainers.
Yes,
expensive trainers,
absolutely.
which is a bit
Shoes. I
inappropriate.
think I'm the only one
Especially
wearing
when you
cheap
have to
shoes
come and
here.
stand on
There
the
we go.
pulpit
Okay.
and say something to
Lovely,
people.
lovely. I love this. It's trousers nice on your jeans.
Yeah, it's
But
jeans.
say what?
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, casual.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
casual.
So, man, passion, person,
Uh-huh.
it's Oma Sunday dance, nice jeans and share heels that.
Menye sa wrong mistake ni bi da. Madam for be best here. Menye wrong mistake. One say ajingo mashe jeans aba sorry da. Yeah, maybe I won't me say wo she ha. I know because why? Me banya me fie. There is a moral code senior me can say. Ye nyina yatena se adu atum Ghana for yatena se hu say. This is how I dress here is so nyame. And that is how we are doing it. Oh, I was someone here. You've been no. I didn't want to say when you're Ghana niana.
Auntie, the thing is, men
More than some way you one.
Maybe a Ghana,
Right.
but I don't think like a Ghanaian.
Wow.
Let me explain why.
How can you for phone man?
But Esther agrees.
I don't think
really
far.
agree.
No, Auntie, honestly speaking,
Right.
as he said,
Yeah.
even the way she's dressed now,
Nice.
just take the part of the
Ripped jeans.
Yes, if it was complete jeans with heels, to me it's very, it's
Listen,
very fine.
and I'm not saying it's not
She's
nice.
very presentable.
I agree
You can
with
go
you.
to
You look so beautiful. You look
Auntie,
really,
let me show you
and
photos.
Esther,
People like
you
this.
look beautiful.
Thank you.
But it depends, baby, or pay Juma. So we'll call Juma, we'll call corporate space. We'll pay Juma or banker. Do you think so? We'll bet me address say Yako Bank.
Exactly.
No, we'll call so pay lawyer. You couldn't dress like that. It's
But
make us say it's been compartmentalized. Obiane, a group of people be at tenase dream say this is how I was a beboye. And that is what we're doing. Yeah, sorry, there's a comment.
So someone said, but instead of buying jeans, why don't you buy no more trousers? And comment.
Wow. That's a my again say. No buying any. Wow.
Our parents close-minded and not wanting to change. But yes, we don't want to change.
Comment on my kind personal.
Another comment, sorry.
That is beauty
Wait,
to me.
hold on. Another comment from David.
Yeah, so it was going on about the YouTube and the conversation we had, and someone made a comment. What's wrong with putting all your eggs in one basket if your journey makes you happy and generates a good income? But I think when we was talking about YouTube, we was talking about when you start off.
Yeah. When
The
you start.
income is not going to be flowing like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not like a salary job where
Yeah.
you know you're starting with 25,000.
Right.
So in any entrepreneur job, what that you do, when you start, the cash flow is not going to come in like that.
Thank you.
But that's
Not
why
only YouTube though.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes,
that's
Simple as that.
Yeah.
that's what I said.
No, okay.
I've got a new one.
Right.
Okay, so we were talking about jeans
Yeah.
and
Right.
appropriately.
Right.
So if I have piercings,
Hey.
what do you think about that?
Listen,
I'm ready for
you
you,
are
Auntie, because I
putting
have
me
one.
in this hot seat. I'm a problem. Listen,
Auntie, I have one and I'm waiting for you.
I am going to say, sir,
Uh-huh.
as a group of people, and I'm talking with media neguhe.
Okay.
Inti, I don't know. We're all in the same space.
Let's go.
We're not here, and as I said, we're not here to say, oh, this is right or this is wrong or whatever it is. We're just saying what biblically it means. Now,
What does it
don't
mean?
know. Back in the day, I don't know what God said about Mema or Mumbo Masum. But again, culturally, it goes back to the cultural space. Culturally, no. Ghana for
Thank you.
Yenjin to Muse. Ibema bebonasum anasebe
Obeng
ebia oba kra bebonasum. In fact, in sorry be kra o wa man bo masum. Nti yenjin to Musa. And when you're a Ghanaian, you need to respect that.
But can I say something?
Okay,
Not showing
go
back.
on, go on.
Earrings
Yeah.
was an institution by man to differentiate
Between.
man and woman. Bible no can say me man shas one or ban shas one there. Yeah na kan. So if me bought my son because to me, as the guy said, that's beauty. Why is it wrong?
Listen,
One
one person will bet you see.
In this church, someone told me, say, "Oba, sorry, I laughed and walked away because but the Bible doesn't say that. It's not a sin.
Listen, me can't share with say. Ya wani maybe wa ya tinase. Ya manananom ne tinase. You are trying to. It's like you're trying to. I said to say, "Oh, person, they will try to justify your person."
Yeah.
That's
and I'm
human
talking
being.
to
Human
you,
beings always
sir.
justify what we're doing.
No, but it's
Yes.
not all right all the time,
So-
son. You can't feel send your person we are now that you know what I may pay entire in Ketwa Shepa, but me ba sorry I make sure say I dress appropriately because minim say sana ya tum say yeah ba sorry Ghana for e was say you see
So and also why
because,
to Musa?
oh yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
me
yeah.
Ghana ni
Yeah.
am saying Christo ni.
So that
It's
goes-
a was
yes.
Yeah, that goes back to my question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Eti, my old bar, sorry, who you are somebody, because it's not accepted culturally.
Thank you.
Listen.
I was coming to that question.
And I'm not saying say I am very conscious to say my bobo masopa. And I'm not saying say me are perfect. Sometimes me, I jingo you'll be glad to know say etoda me ko baby me
Yeah,
because
yeah,
meaning
baby,
say
yeah.
I'm going to be looked at a certain way and I don't like that. It is sometimes me ba sorry
Yes,
me.
yes.
In fact sometimes kwa me share aha kra me betna ha me share asma they say because meaning say people will see me like that. I'm very conscious of that.
Yeah, it's said we are in the same boat, and I'm a maybe I'm a share jeans.
Oh
And
no, no.
I think what I can contribute is that,
Right.
we have the free will to do everything, but it's not everything is right, and it's very, you have to be
Hold
very
on.
careful.
Someone
not
has
to,
a comment.
Yeah, it says culture may play in church. However, God is holy and therefore detached by whatever culture says. I personally believe that wearing decent chains is not a bad thing. It's traditional more than religious.
Decent jeans, right? Not
Yes.
chains. Okay.
Yes.
Same. And I've got something similar to related to dress code.
Yeah.
Someone asked, is dress code in the Bible?
No. Simple
Oh,
answer.
no, there is a dress code in the Bible.
Eh?
Or say
What?
cover up. Yeah, there is a dress code in the Bible. I don't know if Sam, you can have a look at that for us. There is, in fact, so there is a certain way, man share a there is a dress code in the Bible.
To be modest.
Yeah, to dress modestly.
Jeans, you're modest.
That's more of a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Cultural. Listen, America, Jingo. You can wear
think we are not in America. Okay.
As a group of people,
Yeah.
Yatna se ajia to muse. Ghana for.
Culturally,
Yeah, ba sorry. Culturally, yes.
Okay.
Yenjin to muse, and now we don't deem it fit to say, yeah, the jeans be babe sorry, katana sorry.
Okay.
So what you Ghana ni,
Yeah.
now what you Ghana ni Christonia. You should abide by that moral code.
No.
And it's not
I
difficult.
only abide. I only abide by what the Bible says, no culture, because culture is something.
Yeah, exactly.
it's-
Christianity goes
Okay,
beyond
yes.
culture.
And I get it. Christianity goes beyond culture. I really do get it. But there is a certain type of way you dress, and it means. What I'm trying to say is, what's it? Yes, it you can't say be a law-abiding citizen.
Okay, then
Be
Auntie,
a law-abiding citizen.
Based on what you
So
just said, biblically, there's a dress code. Based on what you just said,
Right.
there's a dress code in the Bible. It says we should cover ourselves.
Yeah.
That being said, the Muslims are the best religious people around.
No,
You
but what
use
you're saying-
religious.
Yes.
You use and
Religious.
religious is not
It's not
spirituality.
culture.
No.
Yeah, so let's even deviate from religion.
no,
Yeah, man can religion cry because religion is a different concept
And
on
culture,
its
because we're
own.
talking about Jesus.
Yeah, okay. Talk
So
about-
it's not
okay, what
culture
the-
then?
land.
Okay, according to the Bible, we should cover ourselves.
Yeah.
It's mentioned my afi.
Opa, what they about me apamoda?
No,
No. May you sure say we share a taria a cover up. Nobody is going to say,
Yeah, but
now
if you-
oh,
Because I sorry now, what do I say to say?
David. What's that area cover up? And nobody is going to say, never cover up until.
What is wrong about jeans?
Exactly.
There is no
about
answer to
change.
that question.
Listen,
That is wrong.
It's not about it being wrong. And yet, I don't think it said we see it as wrong. We see it as inappropriate. For a long time, think about how jeans started. Yeah, my name is Manfia Modiba Kaneno, na hip hop, you know, to pack mono jeans. It's what jeans represents.
That's how
you know,
It represented.
No.
It's a bad thing, actually. Clothes.
Say,
Clothes.
no,
I'm
yeah,
saying-
clothes to be a.
Okay.
And to my represents a time of a period of culture, and
Yeah,
suits
that one.
represents smartness and you know cuteness and all of that. And jeans
No.
within that time, no, it's not to pack normal. It represents a lot of hip hop. Hip hop represents drugs, you know, sex.
So you can
those
say
kind
jeans
of
is not
things.
holy.
And I'm not. I will say.
Jeans is not holy.
I'm not saying
Can't
it's
use the
not
word holy,
holy.
'cause then
Yeah,
you're going to say that's
absolutely.
biblical.
It's how what it represents in the community as our community.
I
To
would
pack
say-
no shit chino as well.
Yeah.
What? Listen, I'm not to pack and
my
one
friend
America.
said, "Look,
They say,
I'll share jeans."
yeah, I said, I'm a person we are no
I'd
more.
say personally,
Can
based on
you
talking
do
from my experience,
Sunday open
I'm talking from my experience.
Right.
When I come to church,
Me too, no.
when I come to church, I dress smart casual most of the time.
Absolutely.
I dress-
Has anyone said, say, man, who look smart casual a problem?
No one's ever complained
Yeah.
about.
Look
how-
at you wearing your nice chinos.
Yeah, but me share jeans in Suba.
But try not
They show
to.
na your jeans.
Eh, jeans.
That's right.
Exactly. Mama, they share David the jeans.
I think-
They share Esther your jeans.
We're not getting
But just
what
because
she
it's black.
Oh, I want to say. I want to say they just want to be controversial.
I've got a comment.
Oh, sorry. Ajingo has a comment.
So, also, please define appropriately because someone wears pencil skirt and they will get bashed. But PK,
Someone wears what? Sorry.
pencil skirt.
Ah.
Yeah.
Pencil, okay.
But PK wears crop top and it's not a problem.
Who's
Who
speaking?
any
PK?
PK?
Pastor's kid, I believe.
Oh.
I wouldn't say mean who be sad that.
Oh, but mom
but
who be?
appropriate, yes, sir, you cover up.
Cover up.
Appropriate means none of your body
not
spaces any say you
distracting.
want a
Appropriate
show.
means say it's
yeah.
not tatted.
Yeah.
that
What
means,
if,
sir.
can I have
Okay,
a question?
yeah,
Go on.
What if someone is coming to visit,
Right.
but they don't know the rules about church,
It's
or
okay.
they are not Christian, but they are just coming to church, not wash be short. What is the role of church? Are
Okay.
they going to say something? Are they going to give like cloth to cover them? Because I've seen
I've seen people do
doing
that,
that.
yeah.
But I think I've been here and I saw some people wearing
Inappropriate
Yeah.
clothes.
but
Yeah.
they didn't do anything. And I think they didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So they might think that it's normal. I can come next time and wear that.
No, it's not normal. It all goes back to the fear of God as well. If it's the first time entering the church,
Yeah.
you can't sack them because this is the house of God. So
Come
let
as
them-
you are.
Come as you are.
I know.
Let them sit down.
You don't want
They are controversial themselves.
You have been in the church for the longest.
You know
have
better,
listened
you do
to
better.
preachings. You know what's going on. This
Yeah.
person is just coming in for the first time. You
Absolutely.
can't throw them away. You can't say
No, I'm not saying that.
So-
Yeah,
So
I
you
know
let
so-
them sit down. Or no, as they come all the time. With time, no, they will know. Say, I have say,
yes, sir.
I've got a comment here that might help in
Yeah.
the
Right.
discussion. So, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. No one should tell you whether you have dressed right or wrong. The Holy Spirit will convict you. How did Jesus
Absolutely.
dress?
Yeah.
Imitate him. So, I think if you used to enter into any building, you kind of look and eye on how people are dressed and how they act. As to say,
Absolutely.
when in Rome.
Do what Romans do.
Exactly. So you might even the Holy Spirit will even guide you like. Actually,
I
maybe
feel
I'm
like
not-
you guys
I'm
have
not
put me on
comfortable.
the hot seat.
But some
Okay,
people don't
I've got-
care.
Yeah.
They will come
Okay,
like
sorry,
third,
Esther.
second, continue,
I've
but
got a
they still
comment.
they don't care.
But are we? Someone says, but
Okay.
are we following what our ancestors and forefathers have written down in the ancient times, or are we following the kingdom of God?
Thank
That
you very
is
much.
part
Thank
of
you.
it.
Thank
And
you.
I make yes, you call baby. They used to wash their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he got there, he washed his feet
You
too.
okay?
So culture plays a role in the space of the church.
Yeah, but we don't do
And
that.
see, Oh,
Yeah,
and
so
then
some
say, into with time, no, it be a best son. But until then, you're not wearing jeans to church. Who has a comment?
So I don't know. It says American, Asian, African, etc. We use the same Bible. So why are we adding African culture?
Why not? Americans add their culture, which is why Asians would wear their they look so beautiful, then they go to their church. You see Asians wearing all those beautiful saris to church. What traditional churches now, they come and it's good and no one's talking. Into yakasa munshe into my shirt, na munshe nice trouser, cream print trouser, yatuswa. Is a problem.
Okay, if James
who has another comment?
Maybe.
Do you have a comment, Ajingo?
Let me finish. What we're saying is, when you go to your workplaces, you respect your managers, right?
Yeah. The CEO or share jeans, or share nice shoe.
Because that's the culture of the company.
That's your work.
Can I say something?
But you guys said you guys said me job interview and measure trousers. And I made an example.
That's your work. But it's not accepted
in church. Which part of this don't you understand?
Because of trousers.
Wait. No, I will. I have the moral guides.
Yeah.
I am old enough to feel, say, I should tell people whether they take it or not. I feel, say, was say, make a baby chair. I will tell you.
That means
and you know what?
A fear, like, sorry, fear serious.
What say?
I'm on for sorry, fear serious.
Yeah, well, more than that.
If you have money to buy expensive shoes, why just go to private?
H&M, Zara is all cheap, and you buy it in the sale. And you will share a nice trouser, chinos. And I will tell you, please, sorry. You know, say what was sika better jeans. You know, say nye jeans ninti na beba sorry. You know, say you have trousers in your closets. Because someone told you want to be defiant. It's so unnecessary.
Can I ask you a question, Auntie?
Yeah.
There's a comment here. Let me read that before you ask it. So someone has said, can we please ask the gentleman not to say no to everything, because if the Holy Spirit dwells in him, he will lead him how to dress as a believer.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Maybe open yourself up to God and you will learn so much.
Yeah.
Based on what you were saying before, Esther was backing you up about religion and culture, because Africans, we have attached our culture to our religion.
And African baby, we did say that.
But you said Africa, then you mentioned Asia and America.
Wherever.
Okay. So, let's say in an African home, African culture, how should a man come to church? Because in Europe, you wear a suit. That's their culture.
Yeah.
Africa, and a suit to honor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how should we dress to church?
If you what patch say wouldn't send you one year now say what's in Ghana no. What in Ghana no? How did they dress to church? Why you what doing send you person all I'm saying is
First, example with Tupac, some shisha jeans, yeah. Now what about mafia? Mob no,
listen. So mama yet na ha. Na ye de niema we be yi ya no. We won't go there.
No, but you have to
never go.
I think the key thing is the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely. Let the Holy Spirit guide you. Say
thank you.
It will and when you work, thank you in term, it means why you didn't send your person now. Why you didn't send your person now? But sit within yourself. I mean, we come to church, 4 hours. If you are not able to say that 4 hours way, mean to me share nice trousers na chino ma sorry and to me ma sorry. Who are you deceiving? You come to church, there's a whole community of people to say hello to love you, to enjoy you. If you feel sad and want to be ma sorry, maybe you there is something wrong with you. I will say.
I won't say no this time. For that viewer, I won't say no. But based on peer pressure, yeah. Let me try and divert us back on what you just said. If I come to church every Sunday, I share me the same trouser, and that black trouser and that kino. Now, on this canal.
Oh,
No,
That's
it's
true.
true.
It's
It's
true.
true.
Okay.
People
Maybe
will talk.
can't end
Yes.
to a no.
People will talk.
Yeah.
Every kind of you want to watch your baby.
All right.
The
Maybe
one
I'll
jacket,
show you.
no.
Okay.
One jacket.
Okay, and yeah,
You understand?
I'm sorry
It's
for
peer pressure, sir.
young people. Let's not do that. Honestly, Obi
Not all the young
sorry,
people.
Obi, whatever. Sorry, sorry. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Onyo Obi na yeah, Obi or what sika or and Obi grana Ontario. A lot of people don't want to spend money. They want to be building empires.
Yeah.
They want to be doing
Sorry, I
things.
sorry, every
Sir,
Sunday.
Oliver,
That's me. I want to bring it to
Don't
church.
Exactly.
pressurize
I want
people into wearing all these things. No, at the end of the day, that is not what matters. No. When you die, because say, oh, they were a kind person and they really
Mine is
loved the
not
Lord
downloaded.
and they were very good and it was
Mine is
all
still-
nice.
mine is not downloaded.
Please don't pressure people
Text it
into
for me,
wearing things they don't.
Comment, please.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Someone says, I see nothing in wearing jeans to church, but I don't get people who wear trainers and tracksuits to church. That's a no-no.
Yeah,
That one- that one-
Have you know, trainers and
Yeah.
that is on another level,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
don't do that.
I've got another comment. So someone said, there are a lot of questionable things. This
Yeah.
is why people don't come to church because
Yeah.
they feel there is rules and regulations.
And there are rules
are
and
rules and
regulations.
regulations.
Yes.
boys,
Look, so one Korea, what they Korea there? Anti prison, and you won't come back if you do drugs. There is a. Intia Maker said we live in a space that there is a moral code guiding our behavior. There are no rules and regulations and committee. Some ne watch in mate. Now people would want to walk naked. No, Muslim. We need to live within that space.
Do you accept that there must be some form of discipline in a church?
Although I agree with you, today I'm not going to agree with you because I'm supporting the other people.
okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
See, I'm saying, sir, that is why young people tend to go on young churches now because they feel like
Your freedom.
You're free, they can wear, they can go, rasta. So far as I'm correct, I don't know who. That's why, a lot of people are just going towards young churches now because they are not judged.
true.
They don't feel like they're,
Okay.
Yeah.
Even based on what you just said, about the attire and the dressing, hair and all that.
Yeah.
It's a sin as a man to do your hairline.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
that's another
It
level.
is.
And
Yeah.
I can find you the quotation.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a sin.
we are not, as Esther says, you say you can't say,
Yeah.
but we're just guiding people
Yeah,
to make the
yeah,
right
yeah,
decision.
yeah.
We're guiding
That way,
people.
no?
Chine,
Yes,
mupu do do,
next
menti ase,
level.
nti
Yeah,
de kan brofo yanko.
Me buateng means I'm judging you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And I'm not perfect. Only God judges people.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But it was ye attain. That means yet in a way
Absolutely.
that is right in the sight of God.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I say.
We'll
and
guide
obviously
you.
We come to we're coming to people. What I say, and that's where the culture sets in. Because
Yeah.
Yana yetete has said no. What are we? We come from a specific place. Ain't no see say dresses say na fabra so you give all the days.
6 days to wear
just
6
one
jeans.
day to respect authority in church. And that's
Anyway,
it.
you have a problem. And until one mass, sorry. That is a problem. Look, like what I jingle read. One motifia, my madrin said, we want freedom and we would go to. Look, God said when you love God, you will be so convicted. Minimum be call SDR, sorry, or see on Shasumade, or Besha Sumade, or Quanodi Akese Paco. A dream rebino. They went told. Seko you are somebody. When you have that relationship with God, look, and I won't be preaching you because you know God will show you in Himself. Say, this is what is right.
Can I fire you, please?
Why?
Based on appropriately
Yeah.
being a Christian, having the Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
the Bible says a man should not wear woman's dressing and so shall a woman not wear man's
So
clothes.
because a man dressing your trousers,
That is-
men
no,
dressing
no,
your
no, no,
trousers.
no.
What?
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Baby,
No, no,
they
go
are
on.
kakosi.
I love that.
Go. Me
Esther,
ba
what's
me
your
tie,
trousers?
me tie.
What
Me tie.
J Banks,
What's
what's your
your
trousers?
trouser?
But
I am my trouser.
I know I can or say it will shape. Is that appropriate to come to church? Be I will shape what trousers more. If we are talking about if we are talking about the culture thing. No. I didn't know I was scared to hear bagaya.
Oh, you are not being fair. Listen.
He's right. He's right.
I didn't go. But
Bible is
Esther
saying-
No.
You are right. You are right. You are right.
Yeah, one man trouser. Me atari a shabe trouser. My trouser.
No.
Why na kan ye?
No.
I jeans e show anya my jeans. My jeans. Enti
Instituted by man.
Why na kan?
Bible say munche ijoro.
No. On kan, here on kan say. Osi man share madia. On kan say. Na ko share ma ka babra. Nka wukra wuntimi fa ma.
If I was Scottish, I can make
Inti Scottish nipa was Scotland no. O share on hu ne say ye madia. Because ye ne dia.
Yeah, but then Bible on can
No, why?
No, it's not reading it.
Mama, yes, I want to comment here about.
You have the right to everything.
What?
But I was always share as a Christian needed but that's what we're saying.
And until more freedom. Look, freedom is in everything.
Auntie,
you need structure, you need discipline.
You said, number 7 and number 7. Also, I said, why I already say, unti and cannot.
Meet here.
You're not listening to us.
Okay, let me listen.
Just ask our person who are not listening to us.
Okay, oh, what do you mean here?
And I was they're not listening.
We have listened to you enough. Can't meet here.
No, you're American, but you're not listening.
What?
You know. And yeah, so a man on Moshe jeans, and a man on Moshe trousers, Munya and Moshe skates.
Wouldn't
Yes, in your jeans.
See, Esther, the trouser way back, sorry. May you sure say Obeshe topper.
I'm not gonna wear this on a regular Sunday.
Obeshe topper, a be modest. Yeah. Or share trouser. She will make sure she wears something a be modest. Come on. One she be excuse me to say be too reveal because she wouldn't even be comfortable. I don't think you'd be comfortable wearing something like that, would you?
You won't.
Yeah, you won't.
Or someone will come to church.
What are you doing?
They don't care.
No.
And it's that's when someone needs to cancel or advise.
Sir. It's not sincere. Why you're not comfortable?
It should be announced. Oh, a man as a member, maybe a week.
Listen, Sunday, mama will fear. Oh, ba sorry, or Becca say, oh, mama, atari wait, man farmer. Says so because Obia when a jumo, so for yen a juma, all shall for your majuma. There is a defined role in the church.
The
it's your mom's
thing
job.
Is, I know seen young people
in
this church, young girls, almost ataria club crowd require people more. They come to church.
Because
in this church.
I've heard some of the parents say but they don't listen to us. They just want to wear whatever they want to wear and come to church. And they don't know what we're going to do about it.
And that's when you need to pray for that person.
Yeah.
So that the Holy Spirit will be able to direct them.
Absolutely.
In order to do what is right and wrong. But because if a girl, for example, is to dress like that, is maybe the sin will not even be, well, it'll be that person, but it'll also be the man that is also lusting over that girl, being distracted. So your dressing can distract others from worshiping God.
Definitely.
And you don't want that.
You don't want that.
And we all agree.
But
it's not only the youth. Mommy phones us out, motivation, you be like, wow.
Okay.
Oh, the basher is like.
Well, Mumu said me should be this. Call me out. Okay.
Hey, are you sure?
Yeah, call me out.
Maybe you be kind, but other people
won't be. Call because if I want to lead by example, I say I need to be conscious of that.
That's
just
fair.
Call me and say, look, you were.
I think I know where you should start from.
Sir.
Everything should be black.
Ewo miti.
In Patron.
Well, this is the point where we round up.
I had a comment earlier on where someone was, I don't know, it's a concern. Let me put it that way.
Right.
And it's a bit around marriage.
Yeah.
Where she is a young lady who is the oldest in her family, let's say she's the oldest of the siblings,
Right.
and all her siblings are married, she is not married, and she's very goal-oriented, let me put it that way. So she's always like the person that would always be looking for money, work here and there, and now she's getting the pressure to get married, and it's a bit, I don't know if it's too much for her now, and she doesn't know what to do, so she just like wants.
So, okay, quickly, bring your views. What do you think this person should do?
Yeah.
Well,
Because we
On
have
date
very
time.
limited time.
Is she ready? Is she ready?
I'm sure she is. Maybe the
Then she
men are
should
just
make-
not
she
coming
should-
because
no.
she made mention say or your buy no
That's
so that means they're not coming.
the thing is,
So-
every lady has guys around her. Ebi ono no mpanya ewo ni nchen no.
Yes, that's true.
Yes,
Because
everyone does.
if she's
So,
ready,
be asked for a choice.
yeah, everyone
yeah,
does.
but then like Bema wo ho, but she doesn't want that kind of man that
And
she
she
has.
shouldn't have a be her own pet.
Definitely, because as you said before, no, you can go inside then you come back again.
And we
So
don't want
we
that.
don't want that.
I think she should pray about it.
Yes.
Okay.
So they
Yes.
should stop the pressure too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she should pray
Yeah.
about
I think
it.
that the pressure there is her being an entrepreneur and working, and I think some people, some aunties might say, why are you chasing that instead of looking to settle down and thinking about a family, whilst you're out there working.
It was
Monday to
a
Sunday.
bear man and all that.
Yeah, so would the man even have time for you? That's
Yeah.
the kind of conversation that we had. But I don't think you should ever reduce yourself.
Come on.
Yeah.
You should never reduce yourself.
Yeah.
If that is the God-given talent that God has given to you is for you to run a business, to
Yeah.
get some, you should never reduce yourself because
Of
see
marriage.
what
What
a
someone
man-
is
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
because
Thank you,
it
brother.
will even make you bitter.
Thank
You
you.
get that man, but
Yeah.
you know that
You've not
This is not
accomplished
you.
what
I
you
haven't
have to
accomplished
accomplish.
what I wanted
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
because I ended up catering everything being
Yeah.
for that marriage.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think
I think also-
praying on it is.
Sorry.
Preach,
No,
preacher.
I agree. I agree with what he's saying. No, I feel like sometimes I also anchor some who path. You know, so obima or pressure.
Sir.
You just need to do whatever fits you.
Okay.
And sometimes obi or crap. Like you were saying, there's no rushing to jump into something. Yeah, just take your time. Even crash
That's
a
why I
better
asked, is she ready?
Yeah. If you are bit to me, I could to say
sounds
by in the
ready.
next 5 years, no major. Yeah, just take your
Am I
time.
Akotata? No one
Yeah.
And see, I will also add, say, look, you know you. A warrior is the most selfless
The right person
something
will come
you
to
can
you,
do.
definitely.
When you go to a warrior, you think about the wife thinks about the husband first, and the husband thinks about the wife first. So it means you have to give yourself. And that means say you won't have time to be doing your entrepreneurial no. You will worry that even makes it worse because all your attention goes to this
Okay.
little human
Yeah.
being. So make sure you're ready before you can do it, okay? Don't let anybody pressure you into getting into a warrior abrekwan when you're ready, okay?
I'm back some word yet, but
But it
find
could be also maybe the age. She also thinking about
Ah,
age. Like, oh,
and no dear,
me.
say any age dear, say nka on drain say a yenejuma no. Or you're goal oriented because
Yeah.
when you're age, you'll be thinking, oh, my biological clock is ticking. But one cancer,
No.
or still you're goal oriented. So on drain.
Maybe just a quick question.
Hey,
yeah.
we need to
As
round
a-
up, yeah.
As a Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say we drew a certain age.
Yeah.
Say be our ladies, drew between 30 to 35.
Yeah.
Then they'll struggle a little bit with kids, yeah.
Yeah.
So as a Christian, so when you're 31, now you're kunwa. Ubetumi akoye surrogate na wanyem.
Oh.
Child, that's another
This
whole
is
conversation.
yeah. We will come back to this.
we have
I
to
think.
talk about this.
All right, yeah, we
I
will
thought
come
about
back
it.
to this
I
at
thought
some
about
point.
it. Say, won't say because you can't find the man, and the man is
Because
not
you
coming
can't
to
say
you.
you better
You be like,
come
oh,
once a
yeah,
man.
meanwhile, let me
Yeah,
just go and do that.
you can't say you
But
better
now
I
come
have
once
it
a
because
man.
now me peba.
Yeah,
To be
exactly.
honest,
At some
me
point.
peba. But
Exactly.
Well, I will say because I don't want people to think that we didn't touch on it. What I will say, so I believe in God. I know say it takes God instituted say oba ene bema and teteba. And I am a firm believer in that. To bring a balanced child, you need to have two people
Parents.
or more sheba. Now, that being said, the unfortunate can happen where unfortunately now you lose a partner, where unfortunately now the other partner or not functional enough to look after a child. when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. So, that being said, I still think, say, what the bear we are seeing, it will be one for a stable relationship that is more worry. Two, say a yeni pamienu. And we will talk further about it at some point, okay? So now your final words. Oh gosh, I'm so drained, guys. Honestly, your final words. She wasn't ready. Honestly, you so but I have done my bit for society. I've represented my people. Aunties have represented me. Right. So Ajingo, do your bit. Finalize for own seminar group back.
Yeah, so simple words, you know, opinion for no, just so who advice you'll be, just see the way you advise, just don't bash them.
Right.
Probably the person now in the casa you know, it's not so unsa. So see the way I'll be to me the advice and the correctly in terms of the jeans wise, you know. So like you said, no. So if you have it to me alpha, Primark no one to trousers that would be perfect.
And now they are branded. Yeah.
And also say
some people feel offended.
Whoa.
It depends on presentation.
Well, they will be doing their bit.
Yeah. And to say, oh, you're a young guy, and so now if you just here back, now and who sorry, you know, speak to some of the church members and say, oh, Charlie, almost saying you can say, Che, but me, we all can support and help you, and you know. As they said, dress appropriately to come to church, you know. Although I know crime and no nyadri but next to you, but
so you don't want to dress appropriately to church?
That's not what he said.
The jeans wise, no. The jeans wise, no, is the appropriate within jeans.
Yeah.
The jeans bit.
Yeah. But you know, obviously, say obi here more. You know, let's just help them to be able to purchase trousers and shirts. Now let's all look nice in church. Yeah.
Okay. Right, Esther. Take it away.
Oh, I would also say, okay, me the mental health, so I'm just going to say again, we should be considerate enough to know what a person is going through at a certain point in their life. And so don't just throw questions at them when you know nothing about them. And see, I'll just say that. And then also, in patrol trainers, trainers now, one more debate. Especially when you have a role as well in church, not all the
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not cute.
Okay. When define beauty now, believe in yourself, trust in yourself.
Yeah.
You can get advice, and like I say, you can take it or leave it. It's all up to you.
Okay. Go, take it away.
I want to stop her first before I see what I have to say.
No, we're rounding up. We're rounding up. Say your piece.
It's a closing prayer. Well. Peer pressure exists.
Yeah.
It works most of the times in a negative form.
Right.
But I would just say, be focused on who you are.
Absolutely.
Who you want to be, what you want to achieve, and go for your goals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think,
that is good.
I think everyone has said it all, so I'll just say,
Amen. Say amen.
No, I think I agree.
let's wrap it up.
Yeah, so I first of all, I would like to say thank you. I've been challenged, honestly. I like hanging with you because you give me the extra oomph. It challenges me to think. It opens my mind. I'm certain that on my way home I'll be reflecting on what we talked about and what it means to me. Yeah. So I will make an effort to be good. Yes, peer pressure exists. But what I will say though is a Bible verse that says, don't conform to the things of the world, but be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. Yeah. Don't conform, okay? You were created in the image and likeness of God. Yeah. I haven't met God, but when I see all of you young, beautiful, energetic people, I see God is so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Amen. So don't change for anyone. Just be true to who you are. Yeah. Pressure bar, who cares? I mean, just be with people whom you are equally yoked with. You know, when Mary was pregnant, say Okoninu Elizabeth. Elizabeth knew what it meant to be pregnant. And in the same way, when you need something, go to your church people, go to the people. They know what it means to love God. You haven't been married, you can't help me. So go to people that you're equally yoked with. And know that you're not in this alone. I think that God, Satan tempted God, isn't it? So you tempted. But the good thing is there's a beauty in you rising above it. And it feels good to be able to rise above it. And see, that is what I'm gonna say. It's been such a beautiful conversation, but also draining. Oh my God. Draining. Look. I'm saying, you can't tell me, say, young person, I want to hear we care and kitty, and I say, one year, Juma cry, wouldn't need trouser with feet. Bra, sorry. Okay, come to church. Man, find someone you want you. What if you are there now? You come here for just 3 hours or even more. You spend how many days at home? Come to church. Come to God. Okay, look for God. As if you first, and everything you want would be added, including jeans. Okay, hey, including suits, okay, including suits. God will ask suits to you. I'm not coming here again. Okay, same time next week. It's been exciting, so we'd like to say bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.